Welcome to Fisher Field in Newton on Smoky Hills Public Television. It's the Kansas State High School Activities Association 8-man Division I state championship game. The Central Plains Oilers, the Hanover Wildcats, Jeremy McGuire along with Larry Jantz. Larry, these two teams haven't lost a game this year. Something has to give today.
One's going to be 13-0 and one's going to be 12-1. And you got all seniors starting for the Hanover Wildcats. They had 9 games that they won by at least 45-point spread. They're averaging over 60 points a game on offense, and they've just been a wrecking machine all year long. Been rated number 1, ranked number 1 in Division I, and they're out to prove it that that's where they're at. However, on the other side of the ball, the Oilers, you know, they run through the deal too. They only gave up 112 points for the whole year, and 40 of them was by Spearville in their quarterfinal game, and that's a third of the total points given up by the Oilers. So it's going to be a defense struggle that way. Offensive on the other side of the ball. It'll be a tough game, but they have all seniors starting for the Hanover, and there's not a weak link on their team.
How important is that for head coach Matt Hoyer to know that he has an entire starting group of seniors that has been through the system, they know what to do? How important is that?
Oh, it's very important for Matt. I mean, he's going to throw everything at you. You know, from his old experience, you know, from the Kansas-Nebraska 8-man, you and I know him quite well that way. He'll throw anything at you. He'll throw multiple offenses. He might start off with double T, you know, double tight T with an I formation. But then I'll tell you what, he'll throw anything at it, whatever it takes. And his quarterback, Andrew Bruna, is like, he'll do a lot of this here, misread, misdirection, and does a lot of improvising on his own to make things happen.
It should be a fun ball game. The Central Plains Oilers and the Hanover Wildcats, both teams 12-0. We'll have more from Fisher Field in Newton right after this.
Pre-game of the 8-man Division I State Football Championship is brought to you in part by an underwriting grant from
Nextech, providing the region with clear quality phone service, fast reliable internet, advanced TV service, and business technology solutions. Nextech proudly supports public broadcasting and all ventures dedicated to improving Kansas communities.
Welcome back to Fisher Field in Newton, the Kansas State High School Activities Association 8-man Division I state title game. The Central Plains Oilers and the Hanover Wildcats. We're now joined by Central Plains head coach Chris Steiner. Coach, first of all, congratulations. Got to feel pretty good to be here in Newton today, doesn't it?
Well, thank you. Yeah, it does. It feels real good. We're excited to be here. Excited to, you know, new thing for us as Central Plains, you know, but something we're always used to is Claflin and Quivira Heights. So, you know, it's exciting for our kids to learn a little bit of that history we're always talking about and everything, and now to make some of it their own.
What did it take for you guys to get here to this point?
It's a lot of hard work, you know. I mean, you know, I tell people all the time and they don't believe it, but it takes luck. It takes the stars to align a little bit. You got to stay healthy, but all in all, a lot of hard work. Not by me, by our kids.
You look at your opponent today, Hanover Wildcats. Their team was steeped in rich tradition as well, kind of like you mentioned, Quivira Heights and Claflin. What do you see when you look at that ball club?
They're a fantastic ball club. They got talent running out their ears, I think. You know, it's all over the place over there. Everybody they got is a weapon. I made the joke all week long, you know, heck, they're throwing it to their guard all the time, you know, guard eligible. That's how talented they are. They got to throw the ball to their guards, you know. So, you know, they got a phenomenal coach. He does a great job. Him and I have talked lots of times, and, you know, X's and O's way back in the day. It's kind of funny. I mean, one of our plays I got from him, you know, so a long time ago, you know. So, you know, they're just well coached. They're a well-rounded team. They're a real good team.
What's the key to victory for you guys today?
Defense. Defense. You know, they've got a really explosive offense, and don't take nothing away from their defense. They've got a fantastic defense too, but their offense is just so phenomenal. And what he does with their offense is good. They give you so many different looks and try to confuse you and get you lined up wrong, and they've done that to everybody all year long. So we got to be position sound, stay home, just do our job, not try to do anything more, nothing less.
Coach, good luck today.
Thank you so much.
That is Central Plains head coach Chris Steiner. When we come back, we'll have more from Fisher Field in Newton. Welcome back to Fisher Field in Newton. It is the Hanover Wildcats and the Central Plains Oilers. We're joined by Hanover head coach Matt Hoyer. And Coach, first of all, congratulations making it back to Newton for another state title game. It's got to feel pretty good.
Yeah, it is nice. You know, our kids have definitely, you know, they put in the time and the effort, and they deserve to be back here. And, you know, from day one of not only, you know, the football season, but day one of the off season, you know, they put the work in, and they were bound and determined to get back to this point.
You have a very experienced, senior-laden team. How much does that help you to have that kind of experience on the football field for you?
Oh, exceptional. There's, a bunch of these kids that have been starting for 2, if not 3 years now. So, they understand what we try to do, not only offensively, but also defensively, and that's helped out tremendously in what we've been trying to do, on both sides of the ball.
You look at a Central Plains team, pretty good offensively, defensively, averaging giving up less than 10 points a ball game. What do you look at when you see Central Plains today?
They're athletic. They're extremely athletic. They're very assignment sound, and, they take care of the football. It starts with their seniors as well. Their seniors and juniors, they've been starting for a couple years, so they have that experience as well. So I think it's important for, to get out to a quick start and really, take care of the football and not give extra opportunities.
You kind of said a little bit getting out. How important would it to be to build a 1-2 touchdown lead early and have that advantage?
Oh, I think it's important, but in a game like this, momentum swings, come quite often. So it's one of those things where even if things wouldn't go well for us at the beginning, we got to stick to the game plan and we got to make sure that we take care of business, because it's going to be a 4-quarter ball game. So we got to make sure that we don't get too excited or too down, depending on how that first quarter rolls.
Coach, good luck today.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you. That is Hanover head coach Matt Hoyer. We'll have more from Newton when we return on Smoky Hills Public Television. Fisher Field in Newton, the site for the 8-man Division I state championship game. Jeremy McGuire along with color analyst Larry Jansen. Larry, a huge opportunity for these two teams. Nothing short of some experience as far as these schools. 3 previous state titles for Hanover in 79, 2008, 2009. No state titles for Central Plains as a school, but if you go back, 83, Quivira Heights, 91, 92, 98, and 99 for Claflin. 5 state titles there, so there is a little bit of history on both sides of the ball today.
Absolutely, Jeremy. And of course, you're going to see both teams score a lot of points too. Hanover, they've averaged 60.3 points a game, and right behind that, really, Central Plains has averaged 51 points a game. But on defense, they only gave up 112 points for the whole year. That's less than 10 points a game. Whereas the Hanover Wildcats, 9 out of their 12 games, they had 45-point margin or better on their win column. So you're going to see 2 well-balanced teams going head-to-head against each other. Both of them is 12-0. Somebody's going to come out here 13-0 today, and the other 12-1, and it's just going to be a good ball game with who makes the least mistakes and can the tough defense of the Central Plains Oilers hold those tough Wildcats down, because they start 8 seniors and they're very experienced.
Hey, you look at Central Plains, you talk about their defense, but offensively, it starts and ends with their quarterback, Braden Kreitz, and the connection he has with tight end, wideout Lane Bieberly. Kreitz has thrown for 1,846 yards on the year. Bieberly with 1,013 yards receiving and 25 touchdowns.
Absolutely, and they've done a great job. Then you have with that there, you got Michael Lamoch on the other end. He's had 31 catches for 390 yards, so he's kind of maybe an X factor, and 7 touchdowns. So he might be a bigger weapon today than what they really expect, maybe watching game film. I don't know. It sure shapes up to be that way.
And the Oilers have won
the toss. Elected to defer. Hanover will receive at the east end.
Well, you're going to get to see that high-flying offense, multiple offense for the Hanover Wildcats first here, having the ball, Jeremy.
Let's take a look at your starters before we see kickoff. First, offensively for Hanover. On the line, the center, Jaden Bruna. The guards are Austin Diedrich and Ethan Frigge. The ends are Hunter Nicholson and Evan Zavatreski. Quarterback is Andrew Bruna. His running backs will be Cody Ringsdorf and Preston Juneman. Defensively for Central Plains, Michael Lamoch and Michael Ryan are the defensive ends. Tristan Krepp, the nose guard. The linebackers are Jacob Warnken and Cody Price. The safety is Lane Bieberly. The corners are Braden Kreitz and Hunter Egum. We're set, just about ready to go, as Central Plains had won the toss, and they have deferred until the second half. So they will kick off, moving from our right to our left. Central Plains, the home team. They are wearing their home blacks with the silver numerals trimmed in green. Hanover, their road whites with the blue numerals trimmed in red. They are set. Back deep for Hanover is going to be Matthew White. Kicking off for Central Plains will be Hunter Ingham. Central Plains fans on the near side getting into things. The Hanover fans on the far side are doing the same.
The Oilers, number 4, Hunter Ingham.
And they've won their games with defense, a lot of speed, a lot of quickness on the Central Plains Oilers teams. That's what they've been showing up to this point. Like I said, only gave up 112 points all year long, less than 10 points a game. So here we go, the kickoff.
We are set and ready to go. Ingham will pooch it along. White's going to come up and pick it up at the 15. He's going to be hit and still on his feet is brought down in on the tackle. For the Central Plains Oilers was number 42, Cody Price. Up across the 25 to the 26-yard line. It will be first down and 10 from there.
I think Ingham might have had a little his shoulder. He's kind of pointing to his left shoulder like his arm on that tackle, because the guy that kicked off, of course, is the one that made the first kind of a hit on the ball carrier.
That left arm is sitting a little weak right now for Ingham. Here we go, first down and 10. Bruna is going to run it, goes right side looking for a block. He's going to be hit and dropped, and Ingham gets that shoulder tested right away. He comes in and makes a tackle. A pickup of 4 on first down for Andrew Bruna.
He's still pointing to his left shoulder, letting his teammates know that it's not quite 100%. Trying to work out the kinks right now.
Yeah, there's no way he's going to say, you know what, take me out of this ball game.
No.
Not going to happen. He's getting the rotation. Seems to be okay. Might be a little sore. Look for Zabitreski on the outside. That's where Bruna really likes to go. He's going to run it to the left side. He's in trouble. He's hit and dropped. Bieberly in on the tackle. Also out there was Michael Lamach. That's going to be a loss of a yard on the play. Third down and 7.
And that's that speed that's talking about that even that city coach and some of the rest of them said that what Central Plains possesses is a lot. They're not really big, not real strong, but they're really fast and quick, and they really they kind of just flock to the ball.
So third down and 7 for the Wildcats. Bruna in a shotgun formation. Central Plains stays right where they need to be. Bruna's going to throw under pressure. Throws. It's tipped and incomplete. Through the hands of Hunter Nicholson, and it's fourth down in a punting situation for the Wildcats.
They probably haven't had to punt very many times all year long. Do you imagine, Jeremy?
I wouldn't think so.
Not with them scoring 724 points and over 60.3 average per game.
Bruna under some intense pressure right there. Nicholson back in punt formation. Bieberly back deep for the Oilers. Snap is a good one, and the kick is a low line driver. It pops up nicely for Bieberly at the 24. Goes up the field, tries to make a man miss, still on his feet. It is driven down by Crowley in on the tackle.
Around the 36-yard line of their own, they'll take the ball, first and 10. First chance of having to see what the offense looks like for the Oilers.
Peyton Crowley on the tackle. Defensively for Hanover, they will start Austin Diedrich at the nose guard. Evan Zabitreski at one end. Ethan Fritchie at the other. The linebackers Ringsdorf and Juneman. And we'll get the rest of the starters on both sides of the ball after this first snap. Braden Kreitz under center. Ingham is the fullback, or the tailback, and we're going to have a flag on the play. It's going to be a false start on Central Plains, a 5-yard penalty. The other starters defensively for Hanover, Adam Zarbanicki is the safety. The cornerbacks are Hunter Nicholson and Devin Juneman. Offensive starters for Central Plains, the ends, Lane Bieberly, Michael Lamach, the guards, Trey Schulte and Trusted Kraft, Michael Ryan, the center, Braden Kreitz, the quarterback, Carson Kermer, the fullback, and Hunter Ingham, the tailback. First and 15, they're going to throw it. In some trouble. Up the field, still running the ball is Kreitz. Into Hanover territory, very close to a first down. I believe he's going to have it. It is a first down and a pickup of 16 yards. He was looking for Bieberly, but that's one way to slow down that passing game is get the pressure, but Kreitz was able to squirt out and get a first down for the Oilers.
Yeah, nobody was open back there, so he kind of tucked it and run, and he showed his speed and quickness, and he kind of eluded a couple of tackles to get down there. Like you said, stretched out just enough to get past the pylon or for the first down strike.
Double tight high formation for the Oilers. Hanover stacking some gentlemen in the box. And a run play is going to pick up pretty good yardage.
Good 5 yards, looks like.
For the Oilers. That was Clark Bestorn on the carry. Of course, Ingham with that shoulder that's bothering him a little bit. Bestorn picks up 4. It's 2nd and 6.
Absolutely, and then, of course, had the Carson Kermer, the fullback, kind of leading in there. And Ingham and Kreitz got a pretty good backfield.
2nd down and 6 from the Hanover 29-yard line. This time it's Kermer. He's stacked up, nowhere to go. Zarbanicki from his safety position on the tackle. Also, Zabatreski from his defensive end position. No gain on the play, 3rd down and 6.
And, of course, brain trust from Chris Steiner sending in the next play here. So he brings in number 4, Hunter Ingham, brings in the play. We'll see what it is with 3rd down and a long 6.
3rd down and 6. The ball still spotted at the 29-yard line. Still the double tight. They're going to throw it. Kreitz throwing down the field.
He's
out
open.
there.
Oh!
Touchdown! Oh, my goodness!
That's an incredible catch.
Lane Bieberly stretches out and pulls it in from 29 yards out. An incredible play for the score. Wow.
That's incredible. Stretched out as far as he could go. My goodness.
Well, if we could send stuff to ESPN, that might be a top 10er right there.
Absolutely. For 6'2", 170, he used it. He was like about 6'6" right then, wasn't he, on that one?
Man, what a play, and now they're going to go for the 2-point conversion. Back to throw, looking for Bieberly on the out pattern. He's into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. So Lane Bieberly, his 26th touchdown reception of the season, and I would be hard charged to find one that looked prettier than that one.
Absolutely. My goodness gracious, that 46 receptions.
Here it is right here. How he came up with that ball, amazing. Touchdown for Central Plains, and then the 2-point conversion, and they lead it 8-0, and that is the kind of answer that the Oilers needed, Larry Jantz.
You know, and that was one of the keys, one of the 3 keys, and offensive keys to victory is take care of the pigskin, finish the blocks, and then catch every catchable pass. Every catchable pass.
That was on the edge of catchable.
Wow.
That was on the edge of catchable, but
and that comes quote by Coach Steiner. That was his keys for victory.
So it's 8:59 to go in the first quarter. It's 8-0. Central Plains on top. Our score brought to you by Bruna Implement Company.
And last time he kind of squib kicked it down there, you know. We'll see what happens this time by Ingham.
Ingham puts it in. He squibs it again. It's going to be on the ground. Zarbanicki falls on it at the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down and 10 for Hanover. So the first strike of the ball game in favor of the Central Plains Oilers. Now Hanover plays from a position they haven't had to play through much this year. That's playing from behind.
We're going to test their tenacity and the resiliency right here, I think.
1st down and 10. It's an I formation this time for the Wildcats. It's going to be an option left side. Bruna has it. He has a gap, and he's going to be brought down from behind.
But after he gets about 8 yards, didn't he?
Bieberly on the tackle for the Oilers, where Lamach is out there. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 8 or 2. It was a pickup of 8 yards.
And some of the keys to, of course, the Hanover offense, as the ball security and no fumbles, have a balance between the run and the pass, and then executing your offense. And so we're going to see how that does. That's what, of course, Matt Hoyer had in mind.
They have yet to throw the ball to Evan Zabatreski. We'll see if it comes up here shortly. 2nd down and 2. They are going to throw it. Nicholson wide open. He has it at the 30 and is brought down at the 18-yard line. Hunter Nicholson on the receiving end down to the 18. That was a huge pickup.
They might not pick that up on the film this year because he only had 17 receptions for 314 yards and 5 touchdowns. So he might be a little sleeper, a little X factor for today's game if that you wouldn't pick much of it on previous game film study, huh? But he sure did well then. Wide open.
First down and 10, they'll mark it at the 17-yard line. That was a 32-yard reception. Bruna in the shotgun. He's going to look for the shovel pass. It's not there. He's going to be wrapped up and brought down. Lamach with the initial contact. Also coming in there was Jacob Warnken. A loss of a yard on the play at 2nd and 11.
Yeah, Michael Lamach, he's had 54 tackles coming in this year, the 6', 173-pound senior. And, of course, Jacob Warnken had 95 tackles, 2 interceptions, and 2 fumble recoveries thus far. He's a 5'11", 173-pound junior. Jacob Warnken, number 5, and, of course, Michael Lamach, number 13. Did a great job of defense.
2nd down and 11 after the quarterback sack. They were looking for that shovel pass. It was not there. They're going to option it left side. Bruna pitches it out. And on the run was Judeman. He's knocked out of bounds. Inside the 15, down at the 14-yard line. Picks up 4 yards on the play. It'll bring up 3rd down and 7.
Kind of run that pitch out to the short side of the field like this, and might have worked better if they really went to the wide side that time, because Judeman really didn't have much time or much room to turn up and make any bunch of yards, did he?
He was a little deep in the backfield, it seemed like. If you're going to run that short side option, you got to get towards the line of scrimmage in a hurry. Seems like he stayed back a little bit too deep. 3rd down and 7 for the Wildcats. They're going to throw it. Bruna looking. He has a man. Nicholson dropped it. He would have been very close to being able to score. I believe he would have scored, but he dropped it at the 4. It's 4th down.
I think he had 2 or 3 steps on Bieberly if he would have caught the ball. But I think he's trying to run before he really caught the ball all the way in. It looked like he took his eyes off the ball before he really had it corralled.
4th down and 7.
They run a lot of option sets, a lot of play action passes, which you just got through saying.
7:02 to go first quarter. Big play offensively and defensively. Bruna is going to throw. Throws it over the middle. Wide open. Ringsdorf. Touchdown, Hanover. The Wildcats are on the board. This one from 15 yards out to Cody Ringsdorf. And it is 8-6, and we're a 2-point conversion away from a tie ball game.
Yeah, and Cody's normally like the fullback position, 63 carries, 435 yards, 7 touchdowns, and 21 receptions for 308 yards, 5 touchdowns by the air, and he just got another one.
So Hanover answers on their next drive, and they look to tie it with the 2-point conversion. Bruna, he's going to option it, pitches it to Juneman. He's in some trouble. He is not going to get there. Bieberly out there on the tackle, Michael Ryan as well, so the 2-point conversion fails. But Hanover converts on 4th and 7 from 15 yards out. There's Bruna to Ringsdorf, and look at him battle to get into the end zone.
Stretch it out.
Think he knows where that goal line is.
He got the nose of the ball over before his knees hit, so obviously don't need no replay like they do in the NFL, do we, on that one?
These officials are good enough here. We don't need replays.
They can fire you. You got 102 years of experience on these officials right here.
Boy, and a nice answer by Hanover to answer right back after the circus catch by Bieberly in the end zone for Central Plains.
We can show you what we can do. We can score also. We only scored 724 points for the year, and you guys had 612, and we'll show you how to hit the end zone.
It took them just a little over 2 minutes to answer.
Well, that's what all the game's about.
Again, our score now 8-6. Our score brought to you by Bruna Implement Company. That is a short, high kick taken by Bieberly at the 18. He's looking for the edge. Boy, he is fast, and he's pushed out of bounds across the 30 at the 31-yard line. So good field position for the Oilers to start their drive with an 8-6 lead here in the first quarter, 6:51 remaining.
Yeah, of course, their offensive starters, the Oilers, they start 3 seniors, 4 juniors, 1 sophomore. On defense, you're going to have 6 seniors and 1 junior, 1 sophomore for the Hanover Wildcats. So they're tough now, and they'll be tough next year.
First down and 10. This time it is going to be Kermer looking for that read option. He is hit right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Second down, little read option. I don't know if
Fritchie got him. Number 69, Ethan Fritchie, 6'5", 250-pound senior. You ain't going any further, buddy. We're going to stop you right here in your tracks.
Is that read option? I don't know if Kreitz was trying to pull that out
Looked
the
like
last minute, but Kermer held on to it. Second down and 10, no gain on the play.
There's probably fortunate there wasn't a fumble.
For Carson Kermer, 2nd and 10. It's going to be the keeper for the quarterback, Kreitz. He's going to get a yard on the play.
He didn't have any place
About
to go.
A half a yard. Blown up on that play. Evan Zabatreski in on the tackle. Also in there was Cody Ringsdorf.
Yeah, and then old 25, the safety came up there to help out too, old Zarbanicki. He's had 82 tackles, 2 interceptions, 1 fumble recovery this year. Adam Zarbanicki.
3rd down and 10. You know where Braden Kreitz likes to go here, and that is Lane Bieberly. He is lined up just
Split
outside
to the
the hash on the right side. Be picked up by Hunter Nicholson defensively. Back to throw, Kreitz rolls to his right. He's in trouble, throws it up the field. Bieberly's out there, he's got it! Inside the 10! He's brought down at the 8-yard line! Holy cow!
It's his speed. His speed got behind the defensive cornerbacks.
40 yards on the reception. It's 1st and goal for the Oilers.
And Hunter Nicholson, there we go, replay, look at that catch.
Beautiful. And Nicholson did not have horrible coverage, but it's a good pass and catch. And you talked about the athletic ability of the Central Plains Oilers, and it's showing here in the first 7 minutes of this ball game.
Speed and quickness.
1st and goal.
Trips to the left.
From the 8-yard line, Barton in motion. He's going to get the option pitch, and he is going to be blasted in the backfield. Well, they had that one sniffed out, a loss of 5. It's going to be 2nd and goal from the 13.
And, of course, old Kreitz comes over here to find out, okay, and what play are we going to run now, Coach Steiner? And so he goes back in there to tell his teammates. Now we see if they can actually execute what the coach drew up.
That sometimes can be half the battle.
Absolutely.
Second and goal from the 13. Tries to throw it out in the flats. Barton again. He has some blockers. He's inside the 10, still on his feet, down towards the goal line. He's going to be knocked out at the 3. A pickup of 10 on the play. It's 3rd and goal from the 3.
Going to be 3rd and fairly short. 3-yard line. 3rd and goal from the 3.
The ball just to the left side of the center of the field here at Fisher Field in Newton. They'll split everybody out. Trips to the near side. One receiver to the top side. That receiver is Bieberly. Kreitz throws it over the middle. Barton has it go through his hands, incomplete. That would have been 6 if he would have held on to it.
You're absolutely correct. Now it's 4th down and 3.
4th and goal from the 3-yard line. Barton been involved in the last 3 plays. He was the option man. Then he had the reception. Then that play over the middle. The Hanover fans on the far side are encouraging their defense to get into it. Central Plains fans want to score for their Oilers. Back to pass. Boy, in trouble is Kreitz. He's wrapped up. Still wrapped up. Throws it over the middle. Incomplete.
What an effort by Kreitz.
Boy, he somehow kept that play alive, and it was a high throw, but a catchable ball off the hands of Lane Bieberly, and that pass falls incomplete. A turnover on downs, and the Wildcats take over at their own 3 with 4:15 to go in the first quarter.
Jeremy, if that pass is 6 inches to a foot lower, he'd caught it.
How he stayed alive on that and got rid of it. Just a little bit too tall. 1st down and 10 for Hanover. At their own 3-yard line, up underneath center is Bruna. Looks like he might just go right up on his center. There's a left side run. Some running room. It's going to be brought down outside the 5.
Took 5 of them to get him down, though.
That was Ringsdorf on the carry. He's going to pick up 4 yards out to the 7 at 2nd down and 6.
He's a tough running back. 63 carries, 435 yards. Cody Ringstorf's had this year. 175-pound senior. They start all 8. All 8 starters are seniors on the Hanover team.
On the offensive side, they got some underclassmen defensively, but on offense, they start 8 seniors, and that is quite a luxury at any level of sports. Snap is low. Brunick picks it up. He's going to run with it. He's going to be close to a first down, but I believe he's going to be just short.
I think he's going to bring up 3rd and 1.
Pickup of 5 on the play. It is 3rd down and 1.
And just that bobbling of the ball, the snap, and not being able to handle it might have messed up the timing and the rhythm of it. And then he made a great job with what he was dealt with, didn't he?
3rd down and 1. Central Plains showing blitz. Bruna's going to keep it. He's knocked down, but he's going to have enough for a first. Going to pick up a couple on the play. It'll bring up 1st and 10 from the 14.
Well, they kept the drive alive, moved the sticks, and some of that multiple offense, you see like you got Matt Hoyer does. He's over there having the next play come in, but number 22 brings the play in, which is Austin Diedrich, 6'2", 180-pounder. Generally plays guard, bringing the next play in for the Wildcats.
Ringsdorf just to the left of Bruna. In the shotgun. Back to pass. Looking, in trouble. He gets out of trouble. He's going to heave it down the field. Has Nicholson. He's at the 30, at the 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, but hold up. There's a flag on the play. All the way back at the 7-yard line.
Somebody must have held. That would be my thinking.
And it looks like 69. It's on 69. Ethan Fritchie, a holding. What a humongous call that is. And it's from the spot of the foul, so it was deep in the backfield around the 7. So that'll move it back all the way to nearly where this drive started at the 3.
Andrew did a great job of just scrambling to get rid of that first tackler, and I think that's probably where Fritchie probably got, number Ethan Fritchie, how he probably got the still first down. Referee Stu Chance indicates.
So it'll be 1st down and 21 after the penalty. And that is a big one.
Absolutely.
That takes
6 off the board.
6 points off the board and a Wildcat lead.
Well, here they set up. Here we got split receivers both ways.
1st down and 20. Bruna, shovel pass to Zabatreski. He's hit and dropped. Trey Schulte on the tackle. He was following all the way down the line. That's something they'd seen before. No gain on the play.
A little film study, probably, by the Oilers and the Brain Trust.
2nd down and 21. These two teams starting to settle in. 8-6 the score. Score brought to you by Bruna Implement Company. Back to pass, Bruna. Pump fakes, has all day to throw. In some trouble. Gets out of trouble, looking for a block. He's still on his feet. Close to a 1st down, but he's going to be just short.
Bring up 3rd and 1.
He picked up 20, needed 21. It's going to bring up 3rd and 1.
We had all day to throw the ball, and everybody was covered receiver, so he tucked it and run. Like you said, Jeremy, he got 20 yards, needed 21, so it brings up, 3rd down and 1 yard to go?
They are going to bring the sticks out for measurement, but it's short by about half a yard, maybe a little bit more.
Good eyes.
And they're gonna They're gonna stretch it out,
and
it's short by a half a yard.
Yeah, or the length of the football. Good eyes.
Hey,
good job.
We got a good view of things up here. It'll bring up 3rd down and 1, a very makeable 3rd down, without having to get too fancy. Andrew Bruna unofficially 7 carries, 37 yards so far in the ball game. He's also thrown for another 47 and a touchdown.
Well, they gained 725 yards on the ground this year, 109 carries, 24 touchdowns rushing also.
Third down. Man in motion. That's Juneman. It is going to be Bruna. He falls forward for a pickup of 2 and a first down.
Do you see how he split the line out? The right guard was split about 3 or 4 yards to the right of the center. So it led a big hole, and all Landry had to do was just take the snap and slide off to the right-hand side. Had at least 1 yard gain, and he did it. First down, we moved the sticks.
So a couple of first downs for Hanover. And they started this drive at their own 3-yard line. Counter play, the quarterback keeps it. Bruna's hit, brought down on the play by Ryan. Also Warnken in on the tackle. Pickup of 3 on the play, 2nd down and 7.
They're getting good line splits on offense, and then when you run the basic 3-2 defense like the Central Plains does, that makes a lot of ground for them 3 up front lines up the line that could cover. You know, your Lamach, the Kreft, and the Ryan up front.
Jaden Bruna, the 6'2", 185-pound senior, hovers over the football, and I think Hanover is going to let this first quarter go by, and that is the end of the first quarter. We have quite a battle here in the 8-man Division I state championship game. Central Plains 8, Hanover 6. We're back with your second quarter after this timeout on Smoky Hills Public Television. Back at Fisher Field in Newton, starting the second quarter. Hanover trailing Central Plains by a score of 8-6. Jeremy McGuire along with Larry Jansen. Boy, we've seen some pretty good blows from both schools, Larry, and I think we better settle in for quite a football game.
Oh, it's going to be just like we thought. Both teams scored a lot of points. Over 51 points for Central Plains, over 60 for the game for the Hanover Wildcats. But maybe a little tougher defense maybe throughout the year. The 12 games are played by the Central Plains Owls. 112 points total.
Oilers, you mean?
Huh? No, the Oilers.
You called them the Owls. That's all right.
Owls?
There's an O. There's some similarities.
Oilers.
2nd down and 6. Ringsdorf in motion. Bruna's going to throw it out to Ringsdorf. A little screen set up down the sideline. He's pushed out of bounds at midfield. He might have stepped out before that point up at the 38-yard line. That's going to be a pickup of 9 and a first down for Hanover.
Yeah, but old Bieberly made sure he was out of bounds. They wasn't going to make any more. Lane did. Number 3, plays safety for the Oilers. 6'2", 170-pound senior. Made 66 tackles, 7 interceptions. That's a bunch. And 1 fumble recovery this year.
First down and 10. Bruna going to look right. He's going to throw it. Throws it across. Zabitreski with the catch. At the 30, makes a man miss. Got pummeled at the 23, but it didn't matter. He picks up 19 and a first down.
He's a load.
Pass went to Evan Zabitreski.
Number 86, 6'1", 185-pound senior.
Boy, the big fella showing some agility right here. Absolutely. You know, to break the tackle and then boom. Brought down on the play by Cody Price.
Zabitreski, 86. 6'1".
First down and 10 for Hanover. They have 5 first downs in the ball game. And boy, close to jumping in the zone. It's going to be Bruna. He keeps it. Went with that read. He probably should have let the fullback Ringsdorf keep it.
Michael Ryan smelled that out, though. He got him.
No gain on the play.
Michael Ryan.
Absolutely. 6 foot, 180-pound junior, Michael Ryan. A nephew of John Horsher, an old Claflin native.
Second down and 10. Juneman in motion. They're going to go to Ringsdorf right side. He's hit again, this time by Cody Price. 122 tackles, leading tackler on this Central Plains team. It's a pickup of 3 on the play.
They showed you why. Cody Price, 6 foot, 177-pound junior, 122 tackles, 1 interception, 5 fumble recoveries for the year.
There's Hunter Ingham. Had that left shoulder issue in that first quarter. Not sure how much it's still bothering him, if any at all. 3rd down and 7 for Hanover. The ball at the Central Plains 20-yard line. Bruna rolls right, looking, throws to the end zone. Zabitreski's out there, but it's too deep, incomplete. Double coverage by Ingham and Bieberly. It's 4th down.
Had a little bit too much zip on the ball. Even couldn't pick up that one. Couldn't bring that in there. But he's the #1 pass target. He's got great hands. He can run and catch about anything, and he showed it earlier, and that's what other coaches that came up short in the games they played against them in all 12 games this year.
4th down and 7 for the Wildcats. Looking to make some hay. Back to pass Bruna. Looks down the middle, has a man, but it's knocked away, incomplete. Warnken got his hand in there to knock it away. It's a turnover on downs.
Yep, great job by Jacob Warnken, that little 5'11", 173-pound junior. 95 tackles for the year, 2 interceptions, a couple fumble recoveries. Great job by number 5, Jacob Warnken. So the Oilers take over, like you mentioned, Jeremy. 1st and 10 on their own
20-yard line. 10:01 to go first half. 8-6 is the score. Our score brought to you by Bruna Implement Company. Bieberly's going to option. Now he's going to throw it. He's in some trouble. Still in trouble. Throws it up. Has a man out there. It's caught. Bieberly inside the 10. Touchdown, Central Plains. How in the world do they do it? 60 yards for the score.
Well, I'll tell you what, that Braden Kreitz has got a heck of an arm. He was under duress, he's under pressure, and that was a heck of a spiral pass right on target to number 3, Lane. Bieberly. Incredible. No wonder he had over 1,000 yards receiving this year.
Yeah.
25 touchdowns and 46 receptions.
Well, so far in this ball game, he has 2 catches, 2 touchdowns, and those traveled 89 yards so far. 2-point conversion attempt to try and make it a 2-possession ball game, trying to get to the edge, and not going to get there is Clark Bestorn, as he got blasted down by Pritchie on the tackle. And it is 14-6 the score.
And old Pritchie's a pretty good sized load. I mean, 250 pounds, 6'5", senior. He's a big boy.
Here's the play right here. Kreitz threw it up the field. Bieberly was there. Rolled in for the Central Plains touchdown. And I think, you hear about speed, you hear about athleticism, and you're just not quite sure what to expect. What's it look like? You can watch them on film, but seeing them in person is a whole different thing.
Well, but you see a quarterback, that was what made it all happen, was the pass was exactly perfect. And that was a long pass, a tight spiral, under duress. I mean, he's out there, and how he got it over the defensive hand, over their reach of there, exactly right on target to Bieberly.
So
incredible throw.
14-6, Central Plains on top. Last time the Oilers scored, Hanover went right down the field in less than 2 minutes, scored their own touchdown. So see if the Wildcats can do that again.
Are they going to pooch kick it or kick it deep?
It is a pooch. It's going to be taken by Zarbanicki. He's up across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Adam Zarbanicki on the return. It's 1st and 10 for Hanover. Good field position.
Yeah, kicked right exactly to Adam. Adam caught it in the air and made the best he could out of it. 6'2", 155-pound sophomore, Adam Zarbanicki. Plays safety on defense.
1st down and 10.
Ball
for the Wildcats at their own 36-yard line. They had it at the Central Plains 20. Their last drive went out on downs.
He's got split receivers.
Bruna's going to option it to the left.
Yep.
Pitches it to Ringsdorf, looking for a block. He has it. Close to a 1st down. He's going to be just short. He picked up 9 yards to the Central Plains 35.
Light Bieberly made the tackle.
2nd down and 1.
Yeah.
Gain of 9.
Brett Post over here kind of marked the ball. It just looked like 9.5 yards, just less than a yard to go for a 1st down.
Second down and 1. Zabitreski is split to the far side. He's looking for the call. Now he's going to come back in and line up on the line, as will Nicholson on the outside. It's a pitch to the outside ring throw. He's going to throw it. He's in trouble. He's going to be brought down. He threw it.
He's outside the tackle box.
What are they going to say? Is it an incomplete pass?
Scott's career.
They're going to say incomplete pass.
Pass is ruled incomplete.
The fans on the near side aren't so sure about it, and I think Hanover might have caught a break right there. It looked like Ringsdorf was in the grass, and I didn't see anybody near the ball as far as the receiver.
Well, the umpire, he lines right up where the ball snapped. You see where he's at now. And so, I mean, they probably made a good call.
Third down, Bruna has the first down. Pickup of 3 on the play.
Andrew Bruna on the carry.
Moot point right now, isn't it? First down.
Jacob Warrington made the tackle. First down.
First down and 10 from the 32-yard line. 8:52 to go first half. 14-6 lead for Central Plains. Looking for their first title as the Central Plains Oilers. They had 4 titles. The ones in Claflin in 91, 92, 98, and 99, and Quivira Heights in 1983. Looking to start some new history today, but Hanover looking for their 4th title in school history. Bruna to throw. Look, has a man open over the middle. It's Nicholson. He got hit hard by Bieberly. A pickup of 8 on the play. It'll bring up second down and 2.
Lane Bieberly showed you how he had 66 tackles for the year, 7 interceptions. So with his speed, I can see how he got 7 interceptions. 1 fumble recovery, 6'2", 170-pound senior for the Central Plains Oilers. Second and short yet.
Second down and 2. Nicholson to the near side. Zabitreski split all the way to the top. Bruna's going to run with it. Has some room. He has a first down and more. Andrew Bruna inside the 15, brought down at the 14. Cody Price on the tackle, but not before a pickup of 10 yards and a first down.
That was a great job of Andrew Bruna. Of course, he showed you some of the skills like Matt Hoyer ended up said he's, there it is, the replay again. Did most of that all on his own. Great job by Andrew Bruna.
First down and 10 for Hanover, and they are doing their best to answer the Central Plains touchdown. Man in motion is White. That's going to be a legal procedure. First or second penalty of the ball game on Hanover. Make it a little bit further.
Prior to the snap infraction on the offense. It's still first down.
And that's generally a mistake you don't see by a senior laden team, you know, because
unless they were trying to draw them off sides with a little flinch,
maybe. Anyway, it's 1st and 15.
Ball at the 19-yard line. Bruna's looking to throw. Steps up. He's going to be hit, and he's still in trouble. He says, I better hold on to it. Brought down at the 27. He's going to lose 8 yards on the play. It'll bring up second down and 23.
Michael Kreitz was there. Michael Ryan was there. Michael Lamach was there. I mean, they had him covered.
The tackle is made by Trusted Kraft.
Braden Kreitz getting it done defensively as well as offensively. Lamach has had a good game defensively.
And so is Ryan on the other end, defensive end.
Second down and 23.
Now sometimes they tweak it, Coach Steiner told me, but basically they run a 3-2 defense, what you're saying. And then sometimes they go tweak it with a 3-2 run.
And we're going to have a timeout on the field. We'll take it with you. 6:18 to go first half. Central Plains 14, Hanover 6 on Smoky Hills Public Television. Welcome back to Fisher Field in Newton. Jeremy McGuire along with color analyst Larry Jansen. Hanover going the wrong way. They had a 1st and 10 at the Central Plains 14 after a penalty and a sack. All of a sudden it's second down and 23, and a little bit of room to run now for Hanover. They have 2nd and long.
And that's when, of course, Coach Hoyer just called timeout to give him some new strategy, maybe give him a little break here and refocus.
They'll have a stack formation on the top side with Zabitreski, White, and Juneman. Bruna looking that way. Steps up under a little pressure. Pass is caught. Boy, a strong catch made by Juneman at the 15-yard line. Ingham on the tackle. That is going to be a pickup of 12 yards. It'll bring up 3rd and 11.
And Preston Juneman is a tough runner and plays about any position. Running back, 6'1", 180-pound senior. Had 81 carries for 934 yards, 19 touchdowns on the ground, and 7 receptions for 89 yards in the air, and he just caught another one today.
3rd down and 11 for the Wildcats. They love Zabitreski in this situation. Bruna looking for somebody. He's under pressure. He's going to break free. He's going to be hit. He's going to be dropped at the 10. So he picks up 5 yards. It will bring up 4th down and 6. Their last touchdown was when they had it 4th and 7, so they have it right where they want it.
Yeah, they do. That was a great tackle there, wrapping him up by Jacob Warnka, number 5, a linebacker, and of course the defensive end, Michael Lamont, 6', 173-pound senior. So here we go, 4th and a long 6.
Ball rests at the 10-yard line. White and Juneman extended in the backfield beside Bruna. He's going to throw it. Bruna looking, still looking. He steps up. He has running room. He's going to be 1st and goal. Boy, a dive at the end, and he picks up 7. It's a 1st down for the Wildcats.
Needed 6 and got at least 7 for so 1st and goal. Great call. Great run by Andrew Bruna.
Boy, you see those backs in the backfield go out on wheel routes, and then you see the receivers clear things out. It left the middle of the field wide open.
And he recognized it and took advantage of it.
1st and goal from the 3, 4.5 to go first half, 14-6 lead for Central Plains.
The Wildcats will smell another score. And call timeout.
We're going to have another timeout on the field. We'll take another one with you. 4:24 to go, first half, 14-6 Central Plains. We're back after this on Smoky Hills Public Television. Hanover with the ball, 1st and goal at the Central Plains 3-yard line. The Oilers leading by a score of 14-6. You saw Bruna look at this extra effort at the end to dive and make sure he gets that 1st down. He did get there. Kreitz was there on the tackle to help out. 1st and goal at the 3. 4 opportunities, 3 yards. Pretty good odds if you're a Hanover Wildcat fan right now.
But something wasn't quite right, and that's the 2nd time out of this half that's called by Coach Matt Hoyer. And here they go. 1st and goal.
Ringsdorf in the backfield. He has 7 rushing touchdowns this year. Will he get another opportunity here? It's going to be Bruna. Goes right side. He's hit. Pushed back. He is not going to get to the end zone. He'll pick up 2. Gets down to the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1.
And met with about 4 or 5 of the Oilers, so they wasn't going to let him get in that across that old end zone. For sure, not this time.
That is the 16th carry of the first half alone for Andrew Bruna.
Well, he had 725 yards running this year.
2nd and goal from the 1. Bruna under center this time. He's going to go right up the middle. He's going nowhere. He is shoved backwards. No gain on the play. Give some credit to the middle of that defensive line. Trustin Kraft in there. Jacob Warnken in there. No gain on the play.
Michael Lamont, Michael Ryan, both the defensive ends. They just stacked them up and wouldn't let him go.
3rd goal from the 1.
Still got Andrew right up over center instead of the shotgun. Let's see what happens.
See if he tries a different direction this time. He's going to go right. He is into the end zone for the Hanover touchdown. The Wildcats are back on the board and are an extra point away from tying this football game with 3:04 to go in the first half.
That was a great read, great catch. I mean, a great tackle by Michael Ryan, but just caught him on that one side and glanced in. Just the momentum of the hit propelled Andrew Bruner right into the end zone with a chance to tie up the ball game here if they're successful on the 2-point extra point.
Here we go. Bruner gets it. He's going to option it to the left. He gets it to Ringsdorf.
Yes.
The pass into the end zone. The 2-point conversion is good to Hunter Nicholson. A little trickery on the 2-point conversion. 14-14 is our tie with 3:04 to go in the first half, and Hanover has answered the Central Plains touchdown.
Yeah, Cody Ringsdorf had a pass to number 4.
I mean, Bruno
Hunter Nicholson
just thought over on the right side, and then Ringsdorf to Nicholson have a fresh ball game with 3:04 to go in the first half.
That's what it ought to be, isn't it?
It should be in a state title game.
Absolutely.
Well, now you've seen the explosiveness from Central Plains. The fact that they can score from anywhere, anytime.
With their speed and quickness, yes.
Hanover, I think the key for the Wildcats is going to be getting to the quarterback Kreitz before he can set up and throw the ball, and to maintain and control him. You see Kreitz talking with Chris Steiner right there, talking about what we need to do, and I think he's going to say, hey, let me throw it to number 3. That's a good play call.
Now, if you're going to take the time of possession, you see Hanover's had the ball longer, and that might be a secret too. If they can keep the ball and have such long, sustained drives, then that keeps the ball out of the hands of Kreitz and the Oilers, because they've been, like you said, they've been scoring quick and fast and easy at the point because of that long pass catches So time of possession could be a deal if the Hanover Wildcats can keep it.
Here's the kick. It's going to be a deep one. Beaverly has it at the 6. Looking for a block. He has some. He goes up the middle, still on his feet, across the 30, and he'll be brought down about the 33-yard line. It will be 1st and 10. I tell you what, anytime that young man gets his hands on the football, he is a threat to go to the end zone.
And they had a great wedge up the middle. I mean, it was just a straight return straight up there. The shortest distance between 2 points, a straight line, and he was beelining right up the gut and had some great wedge blockers up in front of him.
1st down and 10. The ball at the 33. Kreitz, he's going to throw it. Looking. He's on the run and throws it down. That did not get past. Oh, they're going to say he was out of bounds. They say he stepped out of bounds, or was it a pass? Let's find out. The ball did not get past the line of scrimmage. 2nd down, they're going to say he was out of bounds at the 30. So it's going to be a loss of 3 on the play, 2nd and 13.
Loss of 3 yards, 2nd and 13.
That was close, though, wasn't it? Close call.
Very close. But with the call of him stepping out of bounds,
everything else
it eliminates that. Yeah, like it's mute. It doesn't matter whether he threw the ball, whether it had been a touchdown pass. He was out of bounds. 2nd and 13. They're going to throw it again.
Straight drop back.
Looking. He's going to put it down the field. Beaverly's out there. He's got another one. Nicholson's going to say, what do I got to do to keep the ball away from this guy? All the way down to the 33-yard line.
Kid's got some good leaping ability because it just barely got off of Nicholson's hands. And Lane just jumped up and...
Look at this catch.
It's a great catch.
27 yards,
Look at
just over Nicholson's head.
See, Lane is 6'2", but he looked like a 6'5", 6'6" guy then, didn't he? Catching that one.
And Nicholson's 6'1", so it's not like he's a short guy either.
No.
1st down and 10. Reverse to
got
Beaverly.
it again. Look at this.
He's looking to get to the edge, and Zabatreski says, no, you will not. A pickup, no pickup on the play. It looks like it's going to be maybe a loss of a yard. And let's say back to the 34, so now they're going to mark it at the 33. 2nd and 10.
Tackled by Evan Zabatreski.
2nd down and 10 from the Hanover 23-yard line.
Zabatreski's got a little bit right leg or right lower leg issue over there. 6'1", 185-pound senior.
2nd down and 10. Beaverly is the man in motion. Play action. They're looking for Beaverly over the middle. He makes a catch. He gets to the edge. My goodness, he is fast. He is going to be brought down inside the 10 and pushed out of bounds late. But the whistle had yet to blow. Beaverly's up. No fault of Hanover. They're going to the whistle. Down to the 4-yard line.
Well, that's a great read. Stick it in motion, and it comes back across the grade, across the midsection there. Catches a nice pass, and it's the yards after the catch that made the difference, wasn't it? That speed and quickness.
So 1st and goal, the ball just inside the 5-yard line. We'll call it the 4.
Would you say he's elusive?
I would say so. Helps when you have the kind of speed he has. 1st down and goal. Kreitz is going to keep it to the left. He is strung out in trouble, and there's a flag on the play at the 5-yard line. That is in the neighborhood of holding. Looked like Zabitreski was trying to get out there to make a play, and he was tackled. And you can't tackle the defensive guy when you're trying to block.
I don't think so.
Flag on the play.
No, and that's a huge play, too. Instead of 1st and goal at the 5, it's going to be 1st and goal. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. That'll move it all the way back to the 17-yard line. Second penalty of the ball game against Central Plains.
And that's exactly where it's at. You called it, 17-yard line. Second goal from 17 yards out.
I knew for sure when the umpire came up to move his flag back.
Now they lose the ball back to the 17.
So it's 1st and goal, but
1st and goal from there.
that actually might help Central Plains out a little bit. And the only reason I say that is it gives a little bit more room for Beaverly to run around.
And his buddies. I don't know who his Kreitz is going to throw it to, but he's going to be throwing it to somebody.
1st down and goal from the 17. Beaverly in motion. Flanks out, looking for a play. Going to run down the field. Incomplete. Good job. That time by Preston Juneman. He was not fooled at all. They tried to just slip it out in the flat to Beaverly, and the pass is thrown away incomplete.
2nd goal.
Unofficially, I have Kreitz throwing for 195 yards so far here in the first half. 107 to go in the half. We're tied at 14.
He might add to that here yet.
Kreitz to throw. He's going to option. Now steps back, looking down the field, looks in the end zone. Touchdown! Michael Lamach on the receiving end from 17 yards out. A beautiful back shoulder throw, and Central Plains is back on top, 20-14.
You could see like where he threw a bullet pass right to him, and all Michael Lamont, he knew what it was. They've thrown that there play, that combination before.
102 left in the first half, 20-14 Oilers.
Broke that tie, didn't we?
I would say we did. 2-point conversion attempt. And it's going to be a run for Kreitz, left side, into the end zone for the 2-point conversion with 102 to go in the first half. Central Plains 22, Hanover 14.
Great job by Braden Kreitz. What an athlete he is for 6'2", 197-pound junior. He had passing 107 out of 107 catches out of 187 attempts for 1,846 yards this year, and we just saw why several times this first half, at least 3.
He's thrown for 3 touchdowns so far in this first half, 2 of them to Lane Beaverly, 1 to Michael Lamach. But 102 still left on the clock, plenty of time for Hanover, but they also only have 1 timeout. Remember when we talked earlier that Coach Hoyer looked a little upset when they had to call that second timeout.
Yeah, he was.
And within a couple of plays, and now they only have 1 remaining.
I can see the frustration on his face that he was ticked off because of whatever had taken place out there. So, yeah, they got 1 timeout left. But goodness gracious, that Kreitz, 36 touchdowns during the year.
Got 3 more today. So
3 more today.
1 shy of 40.
Only had 5 interceptions, but man, he throws a sweet bullet. Nice spiral.
That's a little dribbler. It's going to be taken by Will Brunin, and he is hammered on the far side. Alex Barton on the tackle. It will be 1st down and 10 for Hanover. The ball at the 28-yard line.
Great tackle there by Alex Barton, 6'2", 163-pound freshman.
Ball be 28, 1st and 10. for
Had 12 tackles this year and 1 interception. Kind of reserve safety comes in there and gives Lane Beaverly a little break or a little breather sometimes.
First down and 10 for the Wildcats. Now you want to avoid a big mistake here as well.
Yep.
Bruna's going to throw. He steps up, has a man. It's intercepted. It's intercepted by Kreitz at the 48 or 38-yard line. First down and 10 for Central Plains. 3 timeouts, and whoo boy, look out.
Look for him to go for the end zone on this one here. I'll bet you Kreitz, I'll bet you they just threw up another pass play. Catch them when the Daubers down. They made a mistake. They're not used to that. And now they try to go for the gusto right here on this one.
And I had just got done saying you do not want to make a big mistake here.
And they just
did not listen. Now Central Plains, and remind you, the Oilers will get the ball to start the second half.
That's right, because they won the coin toss and deferred. You're right.
Kreitz is going to throw it out to Beaverly. He's looking for a block. He's not going to get much of one. He's brought down on the play by Juneman. A pickup of 2 on the play. We'll call it 3.
And if Preston Juneman don't make that tackle, I'll tell you what, he might have been gone with Beaverly's speed.
And a timeout on the field. 40.6 seconds to go first half. We'll take a timeout with you. 22-14. Central Plains on top by 8 on Smoky Hills Public Television.
What a ball game.
After the interception, Central Plains completes a 2-yard pass. It's second down and 8. They have it at the Hanover 36-yard line. They lead 22-14. 40.6 seconds to go in the first half. Jeremy McGuire along with Larry Jansen. This is a big possession, I think more so defensively for Hanover to get this stop. If you go down 2 scores and then Central Plains gets the ball to start the second half, it could spell trouble.
Yeah, seniors or not, it can affect their psyche.
Ingham in motion. Kreitz is going to throw it. He's under some pressure. The ball is knocked down by Zabitreski. The 6'1 senior got his big mid up there and knocked it down. Third down and 8.
pass attempt for Hunter Ingham was incomplete.
They did a great job on defense there because they was bringing the house a little bit. They had them 3 front linemen there just rushing like crazy, so Kreitz really had to unload it pretty fast.
Only the 3rd incompletion of the first half for Michael Kreitz, or excuse me, Braden Kreitz. Third down and 8. They're going to practically triple cover Beaverly. Over the middle, the catch is made, first down.
Might have to call another timeout. Nope.
And they will call a timeout.
Well, they got to move the sticks, though. Well,
they're going to say it's 4th down. Boy, I'd take a measurement.
I think they can call for what? They're going to call for it. No?
Central Plains calls a timeout, but
I would have waited,
I would want to measure. That baby looks close.
It sure does.
Yeah, the crowd wants a measurement.
I would too. I don't know why Coach Steiner's not asking for the measurement.
Well, that is really close, and I'm not sure. I mean, I'm looking at it right now, and from where we're at, it looks like a first down. I mean, I don't think there's any harm in measuring it. I think they are finally going to do that.
I think he's into the game so much that he didn't know.
Yep, here comes the measurement.
Yeah. After they called timeout.
They'll bring it across. They did use the timeout, and we'll see.
He has to be requested by the coach.
We'll see who was wrong. And it is barely short.
Short by an inch or 2.
Barely short, not by much.
The width
but
of the white line.
Short.
The width of the white stripe on the, Did you hear? Les Kinnigan said by 2 lengths of a chain.
He's right once in a while.
You think?
4th down and 1. 29 seconds to go in the first half.
Of course, lengths of change can.
That's going to be a first down run for Kreitz. They'll stop the clock. He'll pick up 6 yards.
They'll move the clock, move the sticks, and then I think Central Plains still has 1 timeout left.
And they're going to use it with 24.4 seconds left. They'll have it 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line. Jeremy McGuire, Larry Jantz. Boy, the Oilers marching the ball after they get the interception. Hanover doing their best to keep them out of the end zone. And you see what the effect of Lane Bieberly is. The last couple of plays, they've practically had 3 guys covering him. One guy underneath, one guy boxing him towards the sideline, and one guy deep.
And he still gets it. But I'll tell you, you got to give the other half of that combination. Kreitz is putting the ball right where it needs to be. He's got a nice spiral. He's got a real nice touch on the ball. I'm impressed with that quarterback.
And Central Plains will come off the sideline. Trustin Kraft, Trey Schulte, Michael Ryan, the interior lineman, really keeping things in order. Fullback is Brock Lawrence. Bieberly split to the near side. Back to pass. Kreitz looking. Still looking. He has time. He's going to look. He throws it down the field. It's caught inside the 5.
But they're
down at the 2-yard line.
There's no
They'll mark him down at the 1. A pickup of 22 yards. They got to get up there and spike it or do something.
And Lamache is hurt a little bit.
Lamache is hurt. He's going to line up, though. They run the clock with 14 seconds, and they are going to down it. And so with 12.3 seconds, they have it 2nd and goal at the 1. Boy, what a catch by Lamache, sliding in at the 1.
Safe, he beat the tag. They're bringing Lamache off because he's
gimpy right now.
Yeah.
Now you see that catch. Look at him. Goes down, makes the play. Got hit pretty good on that one. Illegal hit, though. 2nd and goal from the 1.
He's a tough kid. He'll be back. Don't worry about it. He'll be tough.
Hanover needs a stop. Kreitz is going to spin. He's in trouble. He's still in trouble. Gets away. He's looking. The back of the end zone incomplete. Looking for Ingham. It's 3rd down and goal from the 1. And barring a defensive penalty, we have one more play left.
Kreitz was a Houdini right then. I mean, he came out of that magically.
I do not know how he got away from Zabitreski. I think if he would have wanted to, he might have had a chance to run it in there.
Well,
it would have been tight. Of course, that gap closes pretty quickly. And it's easy for me up here to say, oh, run the ball.
And you're neither I need to have the speed he has.
3rd down and goal from the 1. Kreitz, did he get it?
I think his knee went down.
What's the call? They're going to say he was down, I believe. I think his knee was down. They're talking about it.
I think so,
They're talking about it. There is no definitive call yet. They're going to say he was down. No score for Central Plains. And Hanover dodges a bullet late. And Chris Steiner is having a discussion right now with his junior quarterback. He is not very happy. Central Plains misses an opportunity to score late. Will that be the momentum that Hanover needs to get back in the ball game? Or will it be maybe an electric prod to the backside of Central Plains, as they could have extended that lead beyond 8 points? Regardless, we are at halftime. Central Plains 22, Hanover 14. We're back with more from Fisher Field and Newton right after this on Smoky Hills Public Television. Welcome back to Fisher Field in Newton, the 8-man Division I state championship game. It is the Central Plains Oilers with a 22-14 lead over the Hanover Wildcats. It's now time for a look at our halftime stats, brought to you by Carico Implement, your John Deere dealer in Hayes, Beloit, and Ellsworth. Taking a look at the numbers first for Hanover, 95 passing yards, 81 rushing yards, pretty good balance, which is what they were looking for. 176 total yards, had 8 first downs, 1 turnover, and 14 points. For Central Plains, 244 yards through the air, 19 yards on the ground, 263 total yards, They had 5 first downs, no turnovers, and 22 points. Our halftime stats brought to you by Carico Implement, your John Deere dealer in Hayes, Beloit, and Ellsworth. So special thanks to Carico Implement for bringing you our halftime stats. Jeremy McGuire, color analyst Larry Jantz. Central Plains had the ball at the 1 yard line, a little bit closer than that. 5 seconds left. They chose to run the football. Knee was down for Braden Kreitz just short of the goal line. Time ran out. It could go 2 ways. It could be a big momentum booster for Hanover. It could really tick off Central Plains. They could come out with their fire breathing out of their mouths in the second half.
I thought his knee was down too, also before he stretched out and put the ball out here. And then also somebody else during halftime indicated to me that he really fumbled the ball right in there too. So he was already down and it's over with when it's all said and done, but it's kind of a moot point. I mean, his knee was down, so hey, where the ball's at the time that's it, and that was it, and that was out of timeouts. They'd already used their 3 timeouts, so they didn't have any other place to go. So at halftime, and here we go for the second half.
Boy, Central Plains throwing the football, they've had a deadly combination between Braden Kreitz and Lane Beaverly, also some connections with Michael Lamach, and that has been a pretty good combination for them. Hanover, on the other hand, on the offense, it has been Andrew Bruna. He had 17 carries in the first half for 61 yards, and he scored 1 touchdown. He also had a 15-yard pass to Cody Ringsdorf for the other score for the Wildcats. So they're showing the balance that head coach Matt Hoyer wanted. What do they need to do here in the second half to make sure that they don't let Central Plains get away from them?
Well, you know, Jeremy, that's a good point you mentioned there, but, you know, the balance that Matt Hoyer wanted to have by his Wildcats, you can understand, for the whole year, they had all-purpose yards of 5,192. They averaged 432 yards a game. Out of that, they had a team averaging 213 yards on just rushing yards and 159 passing. You just gave the stats here at halftime. They're balanced, but they'll have about 95. So they're going to have to come out, if they expect to try to get their averages for the 12 previous games this year, they're going to have to come out really fired with both cylinders and get Andrew Bruna hitting with his main target. You know, some of these here guys, and, you know, they've 1,800 and, I mean, he's had 1,668 yards passing this year. And, you know, the whole team had 1912. Well, he's threw all but 300 yards up there.
And Cody Ringsdorf late out of the locker room for Hanover, and as he crosses the field right now, he is at just number 50, just about the 41, 42 yard line as he gets talking to one of the Hanover assistant coaches. He was a little slow and limping a little bit out of the locker room, so we'll see if he is good to go here in this second half. He's a very important part of this Wildcat squad, and we'll see if he's available.
Well, see, they normally run him at the fullback position normally. Call him running back, but he normally, when they run their double tight while he's their fullback, and they have Preston Gentleman as the tailback. So, and he's responsible for about 800 total yards passing and receiving this year, rushing, you know, on the other. So he's, like you said, an important cog to their team.
And he's their second leading tackler defensively.
That's true. That's right. But the leading tacklers for them is, of course, like you just mentioned, Cody, 64.
Adam Zarmanicki, the leading tackler with 82 tackles on the season.
That's right.
All right, here we go. Ready for the kickoff. It will be Hanover kicking off. Preston Juneman puts a foot into that one. That's a tough one.
Ball.
And the ball is fumbled. It's on the ground. And I believe that Zarbanicki has it for Hanover. He does. Adam Zarbanicki recovers it. One of the oddest kickoffs you'll ever see.
I think it's purposely done to get it really high and get it past 10 yards, really high, and hope that all the frustration in the world can catch them.
And Central Plains called for the fair catch, but instead of catching it with your hands, they tried to catch it up against their chest
in
their hands and went right through. So that's the first break of the half. Just underway. Bruna, right side. He's going to be hit and dropped. Trustin Kraft leads away. Warnkin also in on the tackle. No
Very
gain.
little, if any gain. Very little.
Maybe a gain of 1.
Trustin Kraft.
We'll call it a gain of 1 for Bruna.
Bring up second and 9.
Second down and 9. Bruna threw for 95 yards, a touchdown, also threw an interception in the first half. 40 seconds into the second half. Bruna's going to option it right, pitches it out to Juneman. He's hit, he's going to pick up 2 on the play.
Ball carried by Preston Juneman.
Over on the far side, it's Kraft again on the tackle.
Yeah, 34.
It'll bring up 3rd down and 7.
34. Treston Kraft, a nose guard, had 74 tackles this year.
Treston
1 fumble
Kraft
recovery.
again on the
6
stop.
foot, 183-pound junior. Great job by Treston Kraft.
3rd down and 7.
3rd and 8.
The ball at the 27-yard line. Zabetreski has been pretty silent so far on the receiving end. It's going to be another option. Bruna cuts it in. He's going to be hit, stacked up, and brought down.
Ball carried again was Andrew Bruna.
Warnkin in on the tackle. Also in there was Lamach and Cody Price. It's 4th down and 5 after a pickup of 2 on the play.
And so far, the Oilers did exactly like what Coach Chris Steiner likes them to do, and that's be position sound on defense, keys to victory. Wrap them up, more can make the tackles and create turnovers. They've done a pretty good job of sound defense so far.
4th down and 5. Bruna's going to throw under some pressure. Steps up, throws it. It is knocked away, incomplete. In on the coverage for Central Plains was number 4, Hunter Ingham. And a turnover on downs, and the Central Plains defense holds.
Take over. That was a heck of a deal that by Hunter Ingham. The cornerback there just deflected that pass. 45 tackles, 2 interceptions, and 2 fumble recoveries. The 6 foot, 155-pound junior had prior to this game, championship game.
And Andrew Bruna has not been able to be very comfortable in the pocket. He had to move around.
You got that right.
They're going to run it. Warnkin on the carry. He's going to pick up 3 across the 25 out to the 28-yard line.
Ball carried by Jacob Warnkin.
His first carry of the ball game.
Yeah.
He's a leading rusher on this ball club coming into this ball game. 114 carries, 561 yards, and 12 touchdowns. Did not play offensively in the first half, but he was out there defensively.
Secret weapon, they say to him, for the second half.
2nd down and 7. 9.5 to go, 3rd quarter, 22-14. It's an option. Warnkin has it. Looking for the edge. He breaks a tackle. Going to be very close to the first down. I believe he has it. They will move the chains. A pickup of 7 for Warnkin.
Austin Dietrich on the stop.
No, that was, I think, number 4, wasn't it? Wasn't that Ingham, Hunter Ingham on the pitch out?
35-yard line.
I think it was number 4, Jeremy, but anyways, good for first down, 1st and 10. But Hunter Ingham, I think, had that pitch out. 27 carries, 147 yards, 3 touchdowns this year.
First down and 10, they're going to throw it. Bieberly throws it out, looking for Lamont. Incomplete, 2nd down and 10.
Pass for break.
Kind of skipped into where he's at anyway, didn't it? Kind of skip past it in there.
Wright's looking that way. Backpedaling, trying to throw the football usually does not work out well. 2nd down and 10.
Well, he's been in troubles plenty of times today, though, and come out smelling like a rose, hasn't he?
And at fullback is Brock Lawrence. Warnkin behind him. It's going to be Warnkin's carry. Goes left side. Pushing hard. He is into Hanover territory to the 39. A pickup of 6 yards on the play.
So you're going to bring out 4th down, though, and about 4.
Tackle made by Hunter Nicholson.
3rd, I mean.
The 3rd and 4.
3rd down and 4. The ball at the Hanover 39-yard line. 8:27 to go. 3rd quarter, 22-14 Central Plains. Score brought to you by the Bruna Implement Company. Up the middle, Warnkin. He's stacked up. He is going to go nowhere. Line of scrimmage is all he'll get. It'll be 4th down.
That was Jacob Warrington on the carry.
Great job by Ethan Fritzy, number 69, 6'5", 250-pounder. Done a great job, kind of made sure he didn't go anywhere. Him and 22, Austin Dietrich, the nose guard.
4th down and 4. Central Plains is going to go for it. Kreitz up underneath center. He's going to throw, rolls to his right, looking, still looking, throws, caught by Lamont at the 27. That's good enough for a 12-yard gain and a first down.
Greg Kreitz to Michael Lamont.
That rollout bought him the extra time he needed. Then that brought Lamont across the center,
27.
across the grain, and he slid a great sliding catch, wasn't it?
There's the throw, and there in the corner of your screen is a beautiful catch. First down and 10.
Double tight eye.
Warnkin again, right side. Oh, beautiful open field tackle by Nicholson. A pickup of 4 on the play down to the 23.
That was a great read, great wrap-up tackle by Hunter Nicholson. 57 tackles this year, 2 interceptions for the 6'1", 180-pound senior. Hunter Nicholson from the Hanover Wildcats.
Carson Kermer checks back in. They're going to have a rotation at fullback/tailback. Kermer will go at the fullback position. Look out for Lane Bieberly. He is lined up on the right side. 2nd and 6. They're going to roll to the right. Looking for Bieberly, incomplete. And that's going to be a flag on Nicholson. He was riding Bieberly's back out of the cut. It will be pass interference.
Lane Bieberly, flag of the play.
And Shane Darrell, the back judge, caught a little pass interference.
Of course, Central Plains will accept the penalty.
Absolutely.
And it'll be enough for a first down.
Pass interference on the defense. Half the distance to the goal. First down.
A big penalty, a first down for the Oilers. 6:42 to go in the 3rd quarter, 22-14. Central Plains on top by 8, and they are threatening here.
Basic defense.
Kreitz fakes the pitch, throws it to the outside. The catch is made by Bieberly. Inside the 5, he is brought down very close to a first down. They'll mark it at the 2-yard line.
Made by Hunter Nicholson.
Maybe a pickup. Are they going to ask for a measurement? Nope. It's going to be a pickup of 9. 2nd down and 1. The ball at the 3, just outside the 2.
Gets a little distorted from up here in that to kind of get the right angle you need, but just a hair short, probably the length of a football short of a first down.
Well, we'll see how they react to it this time. It is Ingham towards the goal line. He's brought down, but he'll have a first down.
He got first and goal from about the 1-yard line.
2-yard gain for Ingham, and Central Plains has ran the ball a lot more here in this 3rd quarter than they ever did in the entire first half.
Maybe they're wearing them down a little bit on the winning line of scrimmage.
First goal at the 1.
First and goal from the 1. Central Plains tried to make it a 2-score ball game. And it's going to go up the middle. Touchdown! Warnkin on the carry. His 13th touchdown of the season. It is 28-14 in favor of Central Plains.
It was a great job. It's just a quick handoff to him. 5'11", 173-pound junior. Jacob Warnkin, number 5, has had 114 carries for 561 yards, 12 touchdowns prior, and as you mentioned, today makes the 13th touchdown for the year.
5:38 to go, 3rd quarter, 28-14. Our score brought to you by Bruna Implement Company. They'll spread everybody out. Where are they going to go with it? Kreitz is looking. He's going to run it. Dives. He's there. 2-point conversion is good. It is 30-14 Central Plains with 5:38 to go in the 3rd quarter. And Larry Chance, a nice drive by the Oilers.
They did a great job. Kept it on going. Here's got a conversion here.
Here's the conversion run by Kreitz, and looked like he was about ready to dive there, and then he just kept his feet and rolled in.
Didn't have
that young man has had himself a ball game.
Great quarterback, done a great job.
He's not exactly the smallest lad at 6'2", 197 pounds.
Tough kid.
Well, what does Hanover need to do?
Score, and score quickly. You know, I mean, they're going to run plenty of multiple offenses, but so far, I mean, you got to give the Oilers credit. They've been playing good, sound defense, playing position, not getting, you know, just sticking close to whatever their assignments have to be. And, of course, that's what Coach Steiner said. Be position sound, do your own job, don't try to do somebody else's. Wrap them up, make your tackles, you know, and create turnovers.
Here comes the kick from Ingen. And he is just going to shoot it around the ground. It's picked up by Zabitreski. He's coming to the near side, or excuse me, Zarbanicki. Boy, he lowers his shoulder. Brought down by Besthorn, but all the way to the Central Plains 33-yard line, 1st and 10. Great field position for the Wildcats with 5.5 to go in the third quarter.
It's a good start. Good start on that there kickoff return, wasn't it?
Clark, Besthorn, Michael Nash.
And, of course, Andrew Bruner comes running in the huddle. Got the play called by Matt Hoyer. And we'll see what the Wildcats got up their sleeve.
Hanover needs a big play. Will they get it here? There's the give up the middle. Juneman. Dive over the right side. Brought down on the play by Michael Ryan. A pickup of
carried by Preston Juneman.
2 on the play. It'll bring up 2nd and 8.
Michael Ryan.
I got a feeling that dive play is just going to set up this next play. So now let's look for a read option coming up here after that dive. And of course you got twins or split receivers each way.
Bruna looking to throw. Under pressure, throws it incomplete. He was looking for Nicholson. The pressure on the play from Lamonch, also Kraft.
A little low.
It'll bring up 3rd down and 8.
A little low throw and a little bit behind him.
10 for Hunter Nicholson was incomplete.
He did a good effort to try to put the brakes on.
3rd and 8.
Give it the Midas touch, you might say. And the ball was thrown behind him. Incomplete.
3rd down and 8 from the 31-yard line.
Next play gets shuffled in here by Coach Matt Hoyer to Andrew Bruna. And you can bet it's going to be a play-action pass of some sort, probably.
Bruna rolls, looks to throw, under pressure, in some trouble. He's going to break free. He's going to be close to a 1st down, just outside the 25-yard line. So pick up a 5 on the play. It'll bring, we'll call it 6. It's 4th down and 2.
Bring up
and a huge play call coming up.
Yeah, Juneman brought the play in this time. Preston Juneman.
Fourth down and 2. Bruna gonna option it right. Pitches it to Juneman. Needs to make a man miss. He does. Gets to the 1st down marker. Boy, Preston Juneman giving it everything he has. He needed 2. He got 3.
The last yard and a half was all his second effort that got that 1st down for sure. To get to move the sticks. 1st down on about their own, 22-yard line.
Ball at the 22.
We're on the Oilers 22.
Bruna into the huddle with the play. Each and every play so critically important at this point of the ball game. Have 3 minutes, 55 seconds to go, 3rd quarter. Hanover trailing by 2 scores and 2 2-point conversions. Looking down the middle for a score. Touchdown! Zabitreski at the back of the end zone. And Hanover right back in this thing. It's 30-20. This one from 22 yards out.
That's a great job. Zabitreski's had 26 receptions for 915 yards and 19 touchdowns this year. #1 pass target for them all year. Got great hands, can run and catch about anything, and he showed you just there. The ball was perfectly thrown. Great hands, great catch, great touchdown. Exactly what the Wildcats needed. Now they're stretched out for they're going a 2-point extra point.
They got to hit this 2 right here to keep it a 1-possession ball game. Bruna in trouble. Got to throw it in the end zone. And guess who? Evan Zabitreski on the receiving end. Bruna got hit hard when he threw it, but Zabitreski is there with 3:47 to go in the third quarter. Larry Jantz, a huge play, 30-22. Our score brought to you by Bruna Implement Company. There's Zabitreski in the back of the end zone for the score.
30, Hanover 22.
That was a big drive for the Wildcats.
Absolutely. And very much needed. And now they got it down just an 8-point game.
In the 2-point conversion key.
Absolutely narrowed the gap down to 8. 30-22 with 3 minutes and 47 seconds to go in the third quarter. And I'll bet you there'll be another punch kick. Remember what the last one did?
Yeah,
it was only about a 20-yard kick, but it went 40 yards high, 40 yards down, 20 yards out.
Huh?
Take it down.
Your math isn't working there, man.
40 up, 40 down, 20 yards out.
Taking off for Hanover.
Remember that fumble?
Well, you said 40 up, 40 wide. I'm just trying to
40 down, 40 up, 40 down. Gravity works.
Well, we'll see what they do, and Central Plains needs to be ready for it. I would expect them to maybe come up just a little bit with their up men. And that's what they're going to do.
Yeah, doing it again.
And it will be Bieberly from the 23, and he's not going to go anywhere. In on the tackle for the Hanover Wildcats was Trey Losey, the junior. Nowhere to go. It's first down and 10. The ball at about the 27-yard line.
Well, if you can't kick the ball into the end zone and have a touchback with lane speed, with Bieberly, you don't want him getting loose there and maybe run it all the way back for a touchdown. So you do this kind of a pooch kick and try to get down and cover him before he gets up ahead of steam,
First down and 10. Counter goes the other side. Warnkin with some room. He breaks the tackle. It's a foot race. 30, 20, knocked out of bounds at the 15. 38 yards and a first down for the Oilers.
That's just a quick hit and veer on that play right there. And they love that play.
15-yard line.
One of the favorite plays off the double tight eye is do that quick little veer action, similar to what Victoria does.
First down and 10 at the 15-yard line. Fans on the edges of their seats on both sides of the field. Kreitz. He's going to option right. He's going to keep it. Goes across the grain. Still on his feet. We mentioned he's almost 200 pounds. He carries some tacklers down to the 6. A pickup of 9 on the play. 2nd and 1.
He's got a shoulder pad issue right now, so he's coming over here. Maybe they can try to get that fixed up.
I think he's just coming over for the play.
That
and we'll talk. We get the shoulder pad fixed at the same time. Chris Steiner.
Two goals in the same.
Chris Steiner doubles as an equipment manager.
Yes.
2nd down and 1 from the 6.
One of him is out the trash too.
Central Plains looking for the quick answer. They have a quick strike offense. Kreitz will keep it. Goes to the outside again. Looks for a block. Gets it. He's close to the first down. I believe he is going to be just short, though. No gain on the play, maybe a half a yard, but I think if Kreitz just leans forward instead of tries to kick it back to the outside, he's going to have a first down.
Bring up 3rd and less than a yard.
2:20 to go, 3rd quarter. 3rd down and 1. Kreitz is going to keep it. I don't think so.
He maybe lunged for it.
No, I don't think he got it. I do not think he got it. I think he's going to be just short.
That was Braden Kreitz on the carry.
If his knee didn't hit back there, to me, they better measure it.
It is really, really close, and they are going to measure it. I look at it now. Now, I still think he's short by about a chain length.
Two chain lengths.
I'm not 100% sure, but I'm going to call it by a chain length.
1.
Here comes the measurement.
Uh-oh. 1 chain link, or is it 2?
I think it's 1.
1. 3.
I can't tell from here. I'm not 100% for sure.
That might be one of them kind of doubled up on the way out there.
It is 1 chain link. Hey, man. I have a look at that. Look at that. That's a beautiful shot from our Smoky Hills Public Television.
Job on the camera.
Michael Quaid down there on that camera.
Yeah.
And he is short. How short was he? How short was he?
1.5 inches.
No, one chain link.
But you don't know how
One
long
chain
the
link.
You don't know how long
No
the chain
gain on
link
the
is.
play. Here we go. Fourth down.
Fourth down.
Kreitz under center.
Uh-oh.
And I don't think he's going to get it.
He didn't.
He is stuffed. They had 2nd down and 1 and get stuffed for no gain on 3 straight plays. And the Hanover Wildcats will get the ball back on a turnover on downs.
Incredible defensive stop by the Wildcats of Hanover. Incredible.
Wow. Unbelievable. Those are the type of plays, though, Larry Jantz, that you have to make if you want to give yourself a chance to win a ball game like this.
Absolutely.
Look at that. Kreitz nowhere. You look at Fritchie down low. That's where it starts. You take a guy like that, take his legs out, and then you get help from your teammates up top.
He's just a little guy, too. You know, only 6'5", 250. I mean, you know.
1st down and 10 for Hanover. Bruna, he's going to run it. Goes up the middle. He's in trouble. He is hit and brought down. Picks up a few yards out to the 13. Pickup of 3 on the play. 2nd down and 7.
You got 4 Oilers out there. You're taking them
Jacob
Warnken, and you had Kreitz and Lamach, and 42 out there. Mercy goodness, Cody Price. There's 4 of them bringing him down.
2nd down and 8. We'll call it 2nd and 7.
Cody Price
up at the scoreboard.
Yeah, he had 122 tackles so far this year. Cody Price did.
2nd down and 8. Man in motion. And it was Losi in motion. A flag.
What is it?
Maybe a snap infraction again. We'll see what the call is.
Prior to the snap, false start.
Offense. Still
That'll
2nd
be
down.
a half the distance to the goal, so that'll go back to the 4. And it'll make it 2nd down. 2nd down and 12, we'll call it.
Bring up 2nd
And 2
11.
chain links.
We'll never know, will we?
No.
Back to pass. Bruna gonna heave it down the field. Zabatreski was out there just a little bit too far. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
And I'll
Boy,
tell
he
you
had
what.
beaten Beaverly, and that's not easy to do.
Well, slight relief that was that was on Hunter Ingham out there, but Hunter he's just tickled to death that he overthrew him because Hunter was beat.
3rd and 11.
Hunter Ingham, the old cornerback.
Bring up 3rd and 11. We got to figure the opportunities that Central Plains has missed out on in this ball game. They had it at the Hanover 1 at the end of the 1st half. They had it at the 6, 2nd down and 1, and couldn't get another inch. Bruna to throw it. He's in trouble. He's in the end zone. He gets out of it. He fumbles the football, and it's on the ground, but I believe that Hanover has it. They do.
Yeah, Fritzy got it. Fritzy recovered it, his own teammate.
4th down, a punting situation. They actually get a few yards on that. They pick up 4.
But you know, you look at it though, Jeremy, so far, Andrew Bruner's thrown a lot of passes, so has Kreitz. But the one the most accurate has been Kreitz on his end of it to his receivers than what Andrew has so far on his end.
Nicholson to punt it away. Beaverly back deep for Central Plains. You got to have a good snap here. It is good. Nicholson gets the ball away. It is returnable. Beaverly has it at the 36. He's at the 40, looking for some room to run. He ggets popped as he crosses the 30. It is going to have it at about the 27-yard line. 1st down and 10 from the Hanover 27-yard line with 15.9 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. It's a 30-22 lead for Central Plains.
This might be one of those situations where you take advantage of it and you do a double pump or fake one way and see if you get him and then throw somebody down like a wheel route back behind it and catch him in here and score right here on this first play of this here drive.
1st down and 10. Kreitz Play action pass, looking. Throws it down the middle of the field, looking for his man, incomplete. Warnken was covered by Zarbanicki. Hits second down and 10.
That's a good play, good call, I thought. He had 3 receivers out. Of course, Warnken was the guy down through the middle, down to the seam, and he just barely overthrew him. But it's a great touch pass.
One thing about that pass is he knew it wasn't going to be intercepted. Either his guy was going to have it
or nobody.
Or nothing.
So 2nd and 10 yards.
2nd and 10, 27-yard line. Warnken up the middle. He gets hit. He's going to pick up a yard on the play. It will bring up 3rd down and 9.
Send you into the 4th quarter here too, Jeremy.
And that is the end of the 3rd quarter. We've had ourselves quite a ball game through 3 quarters of play. Central Plains 30, Hanover 22. You're going to want to stick around for the 4th quarter here on Smoky Hills Public Television.
Hanover 22.
Here we go to the 4th quarter. Central Plains leading 30-22. Jeremy McGuire along with color analyst Larry Jantz. 3rd down and 8 for the Oilers. Hanover had a big defensive stop on their last possession. They're looking for another one here after a Lane Beaverly punt return set Central Plains up at the Hanover 27-yard line. They're down to the 25, 3rd down and 8. I formation. They pitch it. Warnken gets to the edge looking for a blocker. Ingham on the carry. He is still driving. He has a 1st down and a pickup of 10 yards down to the 15.
Yeah.
Ingham with a 10-yard run and a 1st down for the Oilers.
Yeah, great job by that 6-foot, 155-pound junior. Great tough run. He had a lot of room there for a while, but closed in a hurry though, didn't it?
Did a good job cutting that back to get to the 1st down marker.
Yes, he did.
1st down and 10 from the 15. It seems like Hanover gets stronger defensively the closer the other team gets to the goal line. Will hold true here.
A little stingy, aren't they?
From the 15-yard line, here comes the throw. He's looking. Throw out in the flat, caught by Warnken. He's going to pick up 8 down to the 7. It will bring up 2nd down from the 7-yard line. 2nd and 2.
Absolutely. Great little job, little sprint out pass. By sprinting out, it gave him a little extra time to make that pass, didn't it, the Krites? Great job. That's not easy to do, running out there and throwing on the run and hitting your receiver right on stride.
2nd down and 2 from the 7. Central Plains would love to finish one of these drives off, getting the ball down here. Kreitz is going to keep it. He has blockers. He gets it inside the 5. It is a touchdown for Central Plains.
Quarterback rollout with a couple lead blockers.
Braden Kreitz into the end zone. It's 36-22 Oilers from 7 yards out.
So far, this might be a shocker to some people because of their defense. The defense generally wins championships, and so far they come in the ball game with a little tougher defense, huh?
Yeah, you might say that. Here comes the 2-point conversion.
Important.
Warnken, the fullback, or Kermer, the fullback. They're going to throw it. Looking in the end zone, and incomplete.
It's no penalty because it got deflected at the line of scrimmage.
And you saw the umpire signaling that the ball was tipped, so you can't have pass interference after a ball's been tipped. So with 11:19 to go in the ball game, 36-22 is the score. Behind the lead block from Warnken, Kreitz is into the end zone.
This is not the first rodeo from these zebras, these officials. Think about 102 years. He had Stu Chance to referee 38. Scott Creer, 15 years, umpire. Brett Post, line judge, 13 years. Wade Kirk, 16 years as a linesman. The back judge, Shane Durrell, 20 years. 102 total yards by the experienced officiating crew in the state championship game.
Hanover, seems like every time that Central Plains scores, Hanover has eventually had an answer before the Oilers are able to get back on the board.
They're going to need one now. Yeah, they're going to need one now, aren't they?
It will be 1st and 10 here momentarily, depending on what happens. The Central Plains will kick it off. Ingham, they have just squib the ball along the ground. Whether they do that again, well, we'll know here very shortly.
The ball in cool air don't go quite as far, so I don't know if he'd get the ball to the end zone or not.
And it is a squibber. It's going to be picked up by Hanover and knocked out of bounds at the 22-yard line. Matthew White on the return. And it's 1st and 10 for the Wildcats at their own 22-yard line with 11:16 to go. 36-22 is our score. Our score brought to you by Bruna Implement Company. Matt Hoyer now having a discussion with his senior quarterback.
1st and 10.
Andrew Bruna has got the play.
They lean into the huddle.
Now can the teammates execute it?
1st down and 10. Wildcats looking for a play. Bruna set to throw it. Pump fakes it. Throw a nice catch made on the run by Juneman. He's at midfield, brought down at the 39-yard line of Central Plains. 19 yards and a 1st down.
And that's one of his better passes, better reads, and a good pass direction there by Gentleman coming across the middle. Preston Gentleman, 6'1", 180-pound senior.
And he kept on going, a nice run after the catch.
Tough runner, good north to south runner. He's hard-nosed kid.
And if Hanover's able to put points on the board here, it will put that much more pressure back on Central Plains when they get the ball back.
Here you got one of these multiple offenses, twins to the right, split receivers.
It looks like a reverse.
Pass.
Now reverse. Well, they thought about the pass, but it wasn't there. Will Bruna on the carry. They were looking for that reverse pass to Zabitreski. A gain of 1 on the play by Bruna. He did not like what he saw, so he kept it. And at this point in the ball game, that is the right decision. If you don't feel comfortable, don't throw it.
But look for him later on. That might set up another play because Will is a sophomore quarterback, and he's thrown 10 out of 14 passes for 192 yards this year. So he can throw the ball, and he has done that so far this year.
And he is still in the ball game.
Yes, he is.
They're going to throw it.
He might be a receiver.
Bruna looking over the middle. It's dropped. Nicholson, the intended receiver, he had it, and again, it looked like he was thinking about running with the ball before he ever brought it in.
Yeah, he had 17 receptions this year for 314 yards and 5 touchdowns, and looked like he hit him right in this perfect spot. Andrew Bruna did, right in the hands, but maybe he thought he was going to get hit or started to think about running before catching the pass. I don't know, but it's incomplete and goes up to 3rd down, a long 9, Jeremy.
3rd down, 9 yards. Here comes that fake reverse this time. Andrew Bruna inside the 35, brought down nearing the 33-yard line. We'll call it 4th down, and it looks like 4.
Yeah, 4th down.
Pick up a 5 on the play. And this is the biggest defensive play of the ball game coming up. They need to get the ball to about the 29.5-yard line for a 1st down. It's
critical,
just inside the 30.
Critical play for either team, isn't it?
Twins to both sides for the Wildcats. Bruna to throw it again. Looking over the middle. It's caught by Zabitreski. 1st down. Brought down by Warnkin inside the 25 to the 23.
1st down, move the sticks, and that went to the number 1 receiver all year long for them, Adam Zabitreski. He only had 915 yards receiving, 26 catches, 19 touchdowns so far this year. So no wonder he had a lot of respect by everybody, all the opponents that played the Hanover Wildcats. And
tell you what, Bruna zipped that ball in there.
Yeah, he really did. Great throw, great catch.
1st and 10. Hanover looking to get within a score. They look over the middle. It's intercepted by Ingham. He cut in front of Zabitreski and picks it off. He's brought down at the 17, 18-yard line. A huge play by the Oiler defense. The 2nd interception of the ball game by Central Plains.
Yeah, and Hunter Ingham did a great job, cornerback. Sniffed that play out, snuck right in front of the receiver, caught it.
The big thing right there is he knew he had Bieberly with help over the top. It gave him the luxury to undercut that route.
And the ball didn't have quite a zip like some of them have had getting there, so he had time to get the interception.
Now Central Plains, who has picked up their running game considerably here in the second half, might try to take some time. Well, forget it. They're going to throw it. Looking.
Well,
right.
Got all day.
Looking. Steps up. He's going to run the football. He's going to cut it across the grain. Is going to be brought down by Zabatreski. Only a lot of running there. Pickup of 3 on the play.
Run 20 yards, made 3.
Well, it's better than running 20 and losing 3.
Well, that's true. That's good math right there.
Yeah. Hey, you get 4 plays. You run that long, get 3 yards every play, you'll have a first down.
Is that well? Sure.
Second down for the Oilers. The clock no longer in favor of Hanover. It is in favor of Central Plains. Kreitz. He's going to run it to the left this time, looking for a block. Cuts it inside, still on his feet. Going to be brought down. Pickup of 2 on the play up to the 33.
That old quarterback keeper there, a little quarterback
Zarbanicki on the tackle. 3rd down and 5.
On that same play earlier, they scored a touchdown down here on the East goal. On that same play, that quarterback rollout, kind of keeper. Had 2 blocks there up in front of him. This time he cut back in and made good yards, but 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5, 3rd and 4, it's close. Somewhere a long 4 or short 5. Kreitz gives it left side. This time it's Warnken. He is shoved down, and he will not go anywhere. He's going to lose a couple. Back to the 31. It's going to bring up 4th down.
And that was
Ingham on the carry.
Zabatreski on that stop.
Now a punting situation. If you're Hanover and you have a punt block in mind, now might be the time to use it.
You just don't want to rough the kicker in this case.
Losey will go back deep.
Yeah, Trey Losey.
For the Wildcats. That kick was nearly blocked, and that is going to be.
Not thrown in time.
On the return is Losey. He's going to have it down to the 31, and I believe Fritchie is going to be called for a personal foul. Matt Hoyer not happy about it.
He's going to save his blocked into it. See, he got the.
We do have a flag on the play.
We'll see what they're talking about it, the umpire and the referee, whether he was blocked into him or whether it was a penalty. And let's see what the call is. It is a personal foul, roughing the kicker on Hanover. Boy, Fritchie got in there, and it looked to me like the correct call from the official, Stu Chance, and it will be a first down now for Central Plains. And how big is that play, Larry Jantz?
Well, could you just, instead of 4th down and kicking, maybe having the chance to have the ball with 6 minutes to go in the ball game, now that's going to give them an automatic first down. And the Oilers get to keep the play for at least 4 more plays, probably, huh?
And that could take another couple minutes off the clock. Now if you're Central Plains, do you try and go for the throat right here?
They're getting the call over there, Matt's getting the call from Stu Chance.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker on the defense, 15-yard penalty, first down.
Well, first down and 10. If you're Central Plains, I would imagine you're going to continue to run the football, although Besthorn's in there now. He has 1 carry. We'll see if they try a throw here, something short. No, it is going to be Kreitz. Gets a block, still on his feet. He's going to have a first down and then some. Covers up the football down to the 31-yard line. He picks up 13 yards and an Oiler first down.
Let me tell you that there, sophomore guard Trey Schulte had a heck of a block downfield about 4 that opened it up to let Kreitz get that extra 10 yards.
Yep.
Great downfield block by Trey Schulte, 6 foot, 233 pounds, sophomore.
First down and 10 from the 31. 6:14 to go. Central Plains looking for a state title, first one in school history. This time it's Bestorn with some running room inside the 20, inside the 15, down to the 14-yard line, 17 yards and a first down.
You know, and far as that there goes, he only had 2 carries for 5 yards prior to this state game. So that young man, 5'7", 157-pound junior, is going to have a heck of a memory of this park on that particular play right there. Great run, big hole. You could drove a semi-truck through the thing sideways.
And when he got into some traffic, he covered up that football. First down and 10 from the 14. Central Plains looking to potentially ice this one. Bestorn again, still on his feet. He is brought down inside the 10, down to the 9, a pickup of 5.
He's just kind of going whichever side the center takes, that nose guard takes Adam Diederich, and he just kind of blitzes to the other side on that initial block by the center. So Michael Ryan's doing a great job center against that nose guard for the Hanover Wildcats.
Second down and 5, and the clock continues to wind, 5:17 to go. The Central Plains fans can smell a state championship. It is that close. It is going to be Kreitz up the middle, inside the 5, still on his feet. There's a flag.
Penalty, though.
And Kreitz into the end zone for the touchdown, but hold on, and hold on. That flag's back at the line of scrimmage, and that could be a 10-yard infraction.
I suspect a holding penalty on offensive line.
And that's what it is, a holding penalty against Central Plains. They will back the Oilers up. Chris Steiner wants an explanation.
On the offense, 10 yards from the spot of the foul, second down.
Second down. And 15.
Yeah, 15.
Maybe 16. Depends on how you want to shake it.
Well, Coach Steiner sent the play in with Braden Kreitz, and with 5:03 to go in the ball game and leading by 14 points, we're going to see what's been called, see if they can execute.
Kreitz is going to option it to the left. He's going to keep it. Has a little running room, decides let's cover up this football, because you can see Austin Diederich trying to rip that thing out, a pickup of 5 on the play. It'll bring up 3rd and 10.
Had a little help in there, of course, by even Zabotreski and a little bit by
Adam
Zarbanicki. The 25, the safety came up to kind of finish him off.
So it's 3rd down and 10, the ball right at the 15-yard line. Clock winds, 4:25 to go in the ball game. Kreitz going to take the snap. He's looking to throw, has time, throws the end zone, incomplete, and that's going to be pass interference. Hanover does not like the call, but boy, Lane Bieberly had an accessory to his jersey right there, and it was a Hanover Wildcat all over it. And that is a tough one if you're a Hanover Wildcat fan. That will be half the distance to the goal, I believe. It will not quite be a first down.
Kind of remains 3rd down, though, done 3rd and short.
Half the distance remains, 3rd down.
So 3rd down and 4. And the fans that don't know the rule are a little grumbly downstairs. They're used to that being an automatic first down, but it changed last year.
Just a little group therapy for them. They'll get over it. Little group therapy.
3rd down, and we're going to call it a long 3. Warnken in the backfield along with Kreitz. Warnken's going to get the carry, breaks 1 tackle. He will not break the 2nd tackle. Andrew Bruno on the tackle, also in there Preston Juneman.
Yeah, Kermer on the carry. Had 17 carries, 77 yards. Also caught the ball 7 times for 98 yards and 2 touchdowns this year. 6 foot, 187 pounds senior.
No, here we go, 4th down, the clock, 3 minutes and 47 seconds. And I believe Central Plains is just going to wait for the count from the back judge. And they will take a timeout here momentarily. And they do take a timeout with 3:34 to go. We'll take it with you. 4th and 2 when we come back on Smoky Hills Public Television. Back at Fisher Field in Newton, 3:34 to go. 4th down and 2, Central Plains. They have a 14-point lead, and they have the ball at the Hanover 6-yard line. 3:34 to go. 36-22 again is our score. Our score brought to you by Bruna Implement Company. Jeremy McGuire and Larry Jansen. Hanover's chances are slim right now, but if they want to keep their hopes of winning this ball game remotely alive, they have got to get a stop here. They cannot allow Central Plains at 2 yards.
No, they got to absolutely get a stop. And they had a stop earlier the second half. Remember that there? Good stop. They need one right now again.
4th down and 2. Kreitz is going to go right, looking to throw. He keeps it inside the 5. Touchdown, Central Plains! Braden Kreitz from 6 yards out. With 3:29 to go in the ball game, that might just do it. It's 42-22 in favor of the Oilers. There is a flag on the play. Hold on.
And they're bringing it back.
Illegal formation on Central Plains. So forget that touchdown I just talked about. Back it up. Reverse, rewind. It never happened.
Now we have 4th.
Delete.
For the 11.
Still remains 36-22 then, huh, Jeremy?
It still is.
With 4th down and a long 8 or 7.
4th and 7, the ball just outside the 10, right at the 11. Kreitz a chance to throw it this time. He's rolling to his right, looking, throws to the corner of the end zone. It's caught.
Was he out of bounds?
Was he out of bounds? What's the call? It's incomplete. Out of bounds. Turnover on downs. Hanover stays alive with 3:23 to go in the ball game.
And they needed that. If you're a Hanover Wildcat fan, they needed that stop, and they got it. Now they need some quick scores. They don't have, they're down but 2 scores, so they need to have something happen quickly. So talk about execution, now's the time to do it.
This is the first close game that Hanover has had the entire season. I mean, they have had blowouts, but this one, they are trailing. They have the ball at their own 11. They need to go long way. Zabatreski with the catch. He does not have a first down. He's brought down up at the 19-yard line, picks up 8 yards on the play, and here comes the hurry up.
One of their closest plays was on October 30th on Osborne, 54-26.
Back to pass. We have a flag on the play. Throw out in the flat. That was intended for Losi, incomplete. We'll see what the flag is.
That pass is intended for Trey Losi.
They're talking about it, and here's the call.
The legal procedure.
The 5-yard penalty against Hanover. Chris Steiner's okay with that one.
Matt Hoyer's not.
So they will back him up. It will be second
Illegal
down
formation
and 7. Legal
on the
formation.
offense. 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
I'll tell you what, Stu Chance rocks that official's microphone like he wears it every week.
And we'll have a 2nd and 8.
He would like to. He wishes every game, every football deal had it because it.
2nd down. Bruna looking to throw over the middle. Losi has it, looking to get to the sideline, keeps on his feet. He does have a first down. It will stop the clock. There's a pickup of 10 yards and a first down.
Great pass and catch there by me as far as Trey Losi. His dad Kim is athletic director and head basketball coach for the Hanover Wildcats.
First down and 10. Looking to throw Bruna. Low snap under pressure. Steps up, throws it. Incomplete. Intended for Losi again. In on the coverage that time.
Cody Price.
42, Cody Price, the junior linebacker.
Boy, and I'll tell you what, Cody's had a great ball game like the rest of the Oilers, but had 122 tackles coming into this game. Interception, 5 fumble recoveries. Great game there, and had great coverage on Trey Losi that time.
What that tells you is that young man is around the football nearly every play.
Absolutely.
2nd and 10. Trips to the top side. They throw it to Juneman, looking for a block. He's getting a couple.
Get out of bounds,
he
buddy.
He's pushing hard. He's not. Well, he's going to get out of bounds. It looks like over on the far side, a pickup of 8 yards on the play.
Great Kreitz on the stop.
14 completions, 174 yards. 3rd down and 2. Hanover needs 2 scores.
Saw Steiner, Coach Steiner's enthusiasm over here with old Brett Post.
3rd down. Bruna's going to run it. He skips to the outside. He's going to have a 1st down up to the 35. He picks up 3 on the play.
Picking up a 1st down.
Quickly back to the line of scrimmage.
Alex Barton made the tackle.
The Wildcats need to get set up. Boy, they're going to huddle for just a second, and then they get back to the line. Every second is important. If it was a 1-score game, you think, not too bad. Looking for Zabitreski. He's out there, but well, that pass sailed out of bounds, incomplete. It's
for Evan Zabitreski.
2nd down.
I think it got caught up in the wind just a little bit, what little wind there is, but it kind of fluttered and kind of took a different course, didn't it?
That wind is coming pretty strong. If you look at the flags atop the stands over on the south side of the stadium, over there on the Hanover side, that's a pretty brisk wind right now. It's not coming in up here.
So for Hanover side, it moves its course from their left to their right.
Yep, left to right, pushing left ball, little left to right. 2nd down and, 3rd down, looking for Zabitreski. He makes the catch. He's looking to get out of bounds. He does just that. He picks up 10 yards and another 1st down for Hanover.
With 2:07 to go. Clock stops because he's out of bounds. Also because they're moving the sticks for a 1st down. Down to the Central Plains 33-yard line.
Evan Zabitreski on the receiving end.
No wonder he's the #1 receiver for their team all year, huh?
1st down and 10. Back to pass, Bruna. Looks, has Zabitreski again. It's incomplete. That ball might have been tipped by Barton. It's 2nd down and 10.
Pass is incomplete.
Or maybe his hands just distorted his vision so he didn't see it clearly coming into his grasp. And anyway, it goes down as an incomplete pass. Stops the clock, 2nd 10.
Tristan Kreft off to the sideline for Central Plains. Looks like he might have injured an elbow or something. 2nd down and 10. Back to pass, Bruna. Pops it out in the flat. Nicholson makes a catch. Looking for the edge. He gets there. Down the sideline at the 20. Knocked out of bounds around the 16, 17-yard line. They're going to mark it at the 17.
Pass is complete.
That is going to be a pickup of 16 yards and a 1st down.
Kreitz made the stop.
I think he's a
1st 10, the ball at the 17.
Zabitreski, I think he's just exhausted. He had his hands on his hips and stuff. He's tired. He's giving it all he's got. Going out in pass patterns about every play.
Hanover's looking for a miracle. Back to pass out in the flat. Catch is made by Losi. Gets to the edge. He's brought down in bounds at the 9-yard line. A pickup of 8 yards on the play.
If they score pretty quick here, you're looking for that onside kick, and it's still open for them. But they got to score quickly.
Bruna's going to throw it again. Pump fakes over the middle. Looking for his man. Touchdown, Nicholson. That one.
And did you see
from about 9 yards out, and it is a 1-possession ball game.
And did you see Preston? If he didn't have him open on the 3rd rig, Preston Gentleman was clear out there in the corner of the end zone all by himself, and nobody within 15, 20 yards of him.
Well, Hanover gets back in it.
Yes, they did.
2-point conversion. This is a big one.
Very important 2-point conversion coming up right here.
Here we go. Bruna looking, pitches it out to Losi. He's looking for the throw, cuts it in. He's in for the 2-point conversion. It is 36-30 with a minute and a half to go in the ball game. Here comes the onside kick.
Absolutely.
We know it for sure. Hanover still has two timeouts remaining, so even if they don't recover the onside kick, they could still get the ball back with a little bit of time left.
If they stop them on the first drive.
Yes. But that will all depend. Our score's 36-30. Our score brought to you by Bruna Implement Company.
Now, which technique will they use on the onside kick? Will they do the one like I said earlier? My math, 40 yards up, 40 yards down, only 20 yards out. So because it gets up high, because people get down and cover it, or you're going to try to squib kick it, just go get 10 yards and maybe try to get a hop and a skip and have your people covered up.
Here's what I would do, because you know that Central Plains is going to be playing up. They're going to have 7 of their 8 guys playing up. If you pop it up again, you might have a guy that can handle the ball. Just call for the fair catch and be able to bring it in. I would squib it and try it that way. They will kick it from the 30.
How many times have they been schooled, though, that you can fair catch this ball?
Well, they tried the last one.
I understand.
I would try. That's what I would do. We'll see. You're calling for the pop-up. Let's see what happens. It is a squib kick. It's on the ground. It's still down there. Who's going to get it?
I think 42 did get it for the Oilers.
It looked like Cody Price, and he did get on it. I'll tell you what, Zarbanicki was right there. Also Matthew White. So with 1:27 to go, Central Plains will get the football back.
Well,
I bet you Cody Price's heart skipped a beat right there.
Oh, yeah. And it darn sure went to 10 yards, which it has to travel 10 yards. And he kind of, muffed the ball a little bit, but thank God it didn't dribble away from him too far, and he caught on it. Cody Price did. Here we go. Kreitz is under the center.
He's looking to the sideline for a call from his head coach. He barks out the signals. Here we go. They're going to roll to the right. Kreitz looking for the edge. And he's going to be hit and dropped. He'll pick up a yard on the play. Timeout for Hanover.
Well, you know what Kreitz want to do is just, hit the ball. Just don't risk a miscue on a handoff. Some timing like this. So let's keep the ball in my own hands, and let's try to run out the clock.
Timeout on the field. We're going to keep it right here, though, with 1:21 left to go in the ball game. If you're Chris Steiner, do you get crazy, run that same play, but slip somebody out in a pass pattern and end the ball game?
They've done it before. I'll tell you what might work for him very well is that you roll him out. He's right-handed quarterback. Roll him out to the right, but send everybody else misdirection to the left and throw back. Nobody's going to be looking for it. If you throw somebody down across, let him use the right hand, so somebody down the right side. So Kreitz could throw the ball off to the other sideline. If his own player don't get it, nobody else does. We'll see what Coach Chris Steiner brought up here, though.
Well, they're going to go with the shotgun.
Split.
Now you need a good snap from Michael Ryan.
You got one.
They're going to throw it out in the flat. Is a catch made?
Yeah, by Lamont.
It is made by Lamont. It's going to be a loss of 2 on the play.
And another timeout by Hanover.
I think Matt Hoyer was trying to negotiate an incomplete pass, but it's a loss of 2 on the play.
Hanover, second of the half.
That is their last timeout remaining. I believe they've used all 3 of their timeouts, have they not?
Well, they've used 2 of them for sure.
So it'll be third.
Because they said that's their second.
Third and last timeout.
Okay, all right. So third and last timeout. It's 3rd down and 11.
With 1:11 to go in the game.
Well, you run a play, you don't get a first down, you figure at least 6 or 7 seconds, right, for a play.
Yes.
That would take us down to, let's say, 104. Probably 10 seconds to spot the ball, maybe.
Yeah, you might.
So you're looking at 54 seconds. You're looking at maybe 30 seconds by the time Central Plains would have to kick the ball. And so you figure Hanover might get the ball back with.
But I think Central Plains is looking to get a first down. Is what I think.
3rd down and 11 for the Oilers. Ball game's on the line here. It's Bieberly. He gets it. He's on the run. Bieberly down the sideline. He's going all the way. Touchdown Oilers. That's going to do it with 1:03 to go. what a call! Beaverly in the backfield. He runs it all the way for a score, 45 yards. It is 42-30.
That speed out in the open. He cut that corner. There'll be a replay on this one.
Oh my goodness. He found an opening and he was gone.
So much for our strategy.
That's why we're up here.
That's right.
Wow.
I never had that much speed in my best days as Lane's got. I mean, huh?
What a call by Chris Steiner. What a call. Looking for the 2-point conversion. But the icing on the cake.
Kreitz
going to be short of the goal line with 1:03 to go. It is 42-30. Your score brought to you by Bruna Implement Company. What a gutsy call and what execution by the Central Plains Oilers to finish that one off. Look at it right here coming into your living room. He breaks that tackle and then it was off to the races and nobody was going to catch him. Almost. Nicholson probably felt his shoelace there, but that was it.
He kicked in those afterburners, didn't
he? Yeah, I would say he did.
Put it in overdrive. That's called jet propelled.
That is the third touchdown of the ball game for Lane Beaverly.
Is that all?
He's had himself a game.
He's only had 3? Is that all?
I know my math works on that one.
I understand. And he's had the significant total yardage on running too, hasn't he? Huh?
On that one, he's got 2 carries for 45 yards and a touchdown. They answer 27 seconds later.
But you combine yards on passing and running, the kid's had quite a game.
He's had himself quite a game. 1:03 to go. That is squibbed. Zarbanicki looking for a block to the sideline. He's hit and dropped at the 30. It will be 1st and 10 for the Hanover Wildcats. In on the tackle that time for Central Plains was number 44, Brady Rugen, the 203-pound junior.
You know, about every kickoff over Zarbanecki, he's been catching the ball about 4 times, hasn't he? They're just kind of kicking the ball to him. We're at a bit the right place, right time. Here we go.
Well, Hanover needs a score in the next 30 seconds.
Or less.
Bruna's going to throw it over the middle.
There it is. What happened?
Oh, his
knee went down. He said his knee went down.
Oh, that would have been a touchdown. And the clock continues to run. And the clock is running. And Hanover's just standing there.
The receiver's knee was down.
A catch, and the receiver's knee was down.
Oh, well, because the knee was
continuing to run with 32 seconds left to go. I don't think Hanover was aware of it. And now they have to use their last timeout.
Timeout, Hanover.
Boy, they let a solid 15 seconds run off the clock.
Well, I don't think they knew that number 4, you know, that Hunter Nicholson's knee was back down after he caught the pass on the old hook and ladder.
The officials, when they blow it dead and they point to the ground.
Yep.
So
that's the head linesman over there.
If we have a look at that, but with 28.7 seconds left to go in the ball game, they had Central Plains completely fooled. That would have been a touchdown.
Oh yeah, he was headed, and he had the correct timing. I mean, he caught the pass and pitched out on the hook and ladder, going very well. And Wade Kirk made the call over there because he saw his knee down there.
And it was an immediate call. It was a 9-yard gain. They're going to try the backwards. Losi going to wind up, throw it down the field.
He's got it.
It's caught by Zemetreski. Touchdown.
There you go.
There's a flag on the play. But a flag right at the point where they threw the football. What is the call going to be?
We do have a flag on the play.
It's a holding against Hanover. Oh, talk about things not going your way. Zabatreski caught the pass from Losi, but a hold will wipe it off the board.
And that was a great play, just to, Kind of a double pass.
Holding on the offense. 10-yard from the spot. Replay, second down.
So 21.8 seconds left to go. That will just about wrap it up. They would have had a chance at an onside kick, and with the recovery, they might have had 2 or 3 shots at the end zone. But not anymore. They throw it over the middle. It's caught by Zabatreski. He's going to pick up about 8 yards on the play. They're going to have to set the ball. Hanover quickly to the line. They're ready to go with 7 seconds. They're going to down it with 4.3 seconds left to go, and Central Plains knows that this ball game is over. They are going to be the 2014 state champs.
They're the 12-0 team going to 13-0.
Well, we knew, like we talked about in the pregame, we knew it was going to be somebody. Question was, who was it going to be?
That's been answered. Case closed. Oilers got the best of the Wildcat today. Incredible year for both squads. Incredible.
Hanover's going to throw it. They heave it down the field. It's deep, and it is intercepted by Bieberly. Intercepted by Bieberly. That is going to be the final play of the ball game, and how appropriate that Lane Bieberly picks off the football. He gets the interception, the 3rd interception of the ball game for the Central Plains Oilers.
I'm just going to
go down here and relax. Now, I don't know if he's hurt or not. I think maybe he's... that's Kermer now down at the 10. He wasn't even involved in the play. And now they're going to go shake hands. And the Central Plains Oilers, boy, they come in and they played a really good ball game start to finish. Never trailed in the ball game, Larry Jansen. They were tied once at 14-14, but that would be the one and only time other than 0-0.
There's a cliche that's been used for years and years and years, and probably always will be. Defense wins championships. And today, they won the line of scrimmage, and they prevailed due to their defense. And all year long, they only had 112 points scored against them and averaged less than 10 points a game. Today, they gave up 20 or 30 points today they gave up, but they still outscored the Wildcats.
Wow, what a game it was. And
incredible game. Great championship.
Central Plains, I'll tell you what, Lane Bieberly, the 6'2", 170-pound senior, I don't know what he's looking at college-wise, but
be a track star.
That young man can play some ball somewhere if he wanted to.
Yeah, got a lot of speed.
I mean, he'd probably be a wide receiver type in college. And you see the 2 head coaches there, Chris Steiner, Matt Hoyer, talking at midfield. And one thing about those 2 guys, they're good friends. And Chris said in his pregame that he stole a few plays from Matt Hoyer. Matt's probably wishing he hadn't given up any of those opportunities to his friend Chris Steiner. But one thing you notice about the head coaches in 8-man, Division I and Division II across the state of Kansas, is there is a camaraderie amongst those guys. They get along. They want to beat the heck out of each other. It's kind of like a brother relationship. They want to beat the heck out of each other when they're on the field together, but off the field and after the game's over, it's back to let's be friends.
And I can still remember the days in single wing offense. You know, they have a single wing symposium, and they go all over the country, and they are together too, like sisters and brothers, like you're talking about. You know, those people. So all the coaches, you're right. They're going to share their information, share their knowledge, but the sportsmanship made the best team win. Today, it was the Oilers from Central Plains and all their rich tradition that you mentioned earlier, Jeremy.
That'll be really among Quivira Heights with 1 state championship, Claflin with 4 state titles. It will be the first one for Central Plains in school history of the Central Plains, the consolidation with Quivira Heights and Claflin. Hanover was looking for their 4th as they look to hand the runner-up trophy for 8-man Division I to the Hanover Wildcats, who finished the season at 12-1, nothing to be ashamed of. But that last game, the chance for a championship, and they fall just short. And they made some plays. Central Plains made a few more.
Great season for the Hanover.
And they had previous titles to see in 208 and 209 too. The Wildcats did.
Matt Hoyer talking with his team. They will get up and take a few pictures, and you know, it will be some long faces over on the Hanover side in the crowd and with the team, and they'll see a lot of talented young men that will graduate. But one thing is for sure is they'll be back. Larry just said, 2008, 2009, they were state champs. It took them a little bit, took them 5 years to get back, but they're back.
Now presenting the
they had to fight against Baileyville B&B, remember, because it's Division II.
And
those are league rivalry.
Those were some battles, and now the championship trophy is being handed over
the team captains.
to the Central Plains team captains. They are hand in hand as they step up to take that trophy. It is one that they will never forget. Those young men, the Central Plains Oilers, they are the 2014 8-man Division I state champions. Stand up and cheer, Central Plains. The fans are excited. A good group of fans here from both sides.
Absolutely.
And what turned out to be a chilly, but not too bad, too cold of a night here in Newton. And now it's time to re-gear. Hanover, you know, finishes the season at 12-1, and they will have some retooling to do. Central Plains, they'll have some retooling to do as well, but they have a lot more coming back than what Hanover does. But good chance we could see these two teams meeting up several times in the near future.
Absolutely. And like you mentioned, back in, of course, 79, Hanover won, and of course, Class 2A back then, title, and twice in 8-man Division II. But it's impressive that like about 31 years ago, Quivira Heights won it in 8-man Division I. And of course, in 98, Claflin won it 91-92 in 8-man Division II. And here they are, first time back in Division I, winning a state championship in the new combined high school between Booston, Quivira Heights, and the Claflin Wildcats. And of course, they were the Booston Quivira Heights Thunderbirds. Now they're the Central Plains Oilers. First championship in this new unified school district they have. And congratulations to them.
You know, it could be a chance we'll see these Wildcats and potentially the Oilers back in the state title games back at Gross Memorial Coliseum in Hayes coming up later on. Because guess what? Basketball season's here. It is here, so it should be fun. But I'll tell you what, a celebration of a fantastic football season, both for the Hanover Wildcats and the Central Plains Oilers. Wildcats filing into the locker room. The Oilers getting a medal from their head coach, and they will celebrate a state championship for Central Plains, Quivira Heights, Claflin, Bushton, everybody in there will celebrate a state title. 2014 state champions, 8-man Division I. The title goes to the Central Plains Oilers. A special thanks to everyone who's made our broadcast possible, all of the camera folks, to everybody in the truck, to everybody back at the office, everybody who had a hand in making these broadcasts possible. The sponsors, without them we would not be here. And to my color analysts who, 13 years now we've been doing this?
Absolutely.
13 years. Larry Jantz, this is Jeremy McGuire saying so long from Fisher Field in Newton.